me would you make dynamic what fra Yamatia nyina dwo about Otec 102.9Fm so and then a Friday the 4th day of April 2025 non so abo apahusima edumiensa and then society na sena yedi dwumedi ayato di Royal Sports ede ebro and then a Friday onim say Friday's edition no yetenasia yedi dwumedi ayato di asemi di kan ebro and then asema yebeka ewo show yisu no enye agrokra de ekoso ewo agudie mu nsem ewo Ghana ha de ekoye ena afa de enkoye no nyina no ye de ho nsem ebebremu ewo show no so ti kai ho na yemfasa dwumedie we emfa emro ene Kofila be the governor sanso ena says candy ebetena se na assembly ekoso ewo ya goodie mu especially division 2 ewo Ashanti region ha enye agrokra beka last week no yetena se ye discuss zone bako ekwan matches no efa so ekoso meche last round of matches na yabo awiemu nemom ehun sem bebre na teams ni bi kasa sanso ena Ashanti region RF anase Regional Football Association no omonso edi statement edi aba out ami GDS asemi ya sema esopa wo se yetena se ekante na ye be wurem na afi ye de ehun ensem edi abremo watching so amanonsem ebeba unim say dru amanonsem awalase ebetena se na afi ensem awodo a ekoso ewa manfama so no ode nyina ebebro titiri eye weekend matches ahodo a ebekoso ewo Europe uko England na unim say Premier League games ebeba so uko Spain La Liga matches ebekoso uko Germany of course Bundesliga games no ebeba so sounds ena Italian Serie A ewo Italy ena fowrem ewo France matches ahodo ebetodwa ewo French League eno nyina ye de honsem ebebro ewo show no so wechen samawdo a ekoso ewo teams na soye ewom se transfers no samade ne yenya enwurem na teams no asha se omo draw up plans players a omo ehwenim se next season no ombekwa akofom na omo ababesi akan ede amom no ye the transfer stories ebebro wonim se Basadia Chelsea players omo pe omo Manchester United players next season omo pe omo sanso ena Arsenal Liverpool Man City ehun ensem nyina ebeba uko Spain so a clubs akese no Barcelona ene Madrid mu nyina omo ensem ewa hanoma ye de nyina ebebremo ewo show no so kenti wala se enche obetena se na for the amano ne sem ni nyina latest no de abreye ewo show no so efura ya beba fie na fe ya ba behwe efie nsem no unim said ne Ghana Premier League match day 26 because weekend yi enye agrokra say teams no eni abredin den they unim said top of the league no eye Asante Kotoko Gold Stars and afe Heart of Lions so munyina eni abre sa afe league no omo ebetimi age e de esi omo na so na eba relegation nso a why more ena ene relegation no omo ehwe so mbetimi efri ase ho Legon City seni abre Accra Lions seni abre Karela omo so eni abre na afe other teams no relegation battle no yinyina ye behwe eho ensem Yabeshe weekend matches akese yabekoso na Dreams FC omo any bebiani Gold Stars Heart of Lions any Asante Kotoko and afe Hasselfolk any Mediama game no and also ebekoso ayede ho nsem ni nyina ebebremo ewo show no Referees Committee of the Ghana Football Association release referees omo ebedi weekend matches no entiade eho ensem ebebro yebeko teams na so eni akwa and sama hodo a omo coaches any players no ede atudwa okwa Asante Kotoko omo preview anase eye pre-match press conference no yede eho ensem ebebro Hasselfolk de enso ewa ha Mediama de ewa ha other teams no and sama omo coaches any players no ede atudwa no yede eho ensem bro brenu achi so ye behwe national issues kakra ensem ni nyina ewo ha mrepom no ye de ebebra mo momfa mo messages no enfamra line is 0505225578 0505225578 ho and mode test and WhatsApp messages ni na e de efa ni akenkan e de amam se unimo bia odi ni birthday and na fa ni picture any ni din ebra enti o send in a picture na udi din e de account uwia na so udi din e de account se be ya ye boni pakro ni din a ye bebo din e de account se wo and I will send a message no e de eba enti nyina no momfa ye test and WhatsApp line so once again 0505225578 0505225578 ho and amode messages no the for Facebook no so aye crowd Eugene Maradona epia ya tumunti mon join here e Facebook Otec 102.9FM oko Facebook na wako search engine hono baby aye search no udru a no abo Otec 102.9FM OTEC 102.9FM obwa anase o search ya program ne eba na wa comment no wa like no wa share sebe ya unua bi owo bebi so ebenya show ni bi ahwe ewo so mon join ya mon fam comments nyina emfa emra se wo question obetimi e de aba na afi abedwafo eya no e de amount mon kan ho ne emfa Royal Sports no emfa emra medin e de Awal Mohammed obetimi afremi Demonza walasi e de amononsem no ebeba owia says Candy and afi the governor ebetena se na omapa and production team no led by Sikapa and afe Eugene Maradona omo and aye production work na ye de ensem ni nyina e de ebre kenti anko Facebook so na ye hwe mo messages kakra ba no na ye nyi kakra mfamfro ye wia na afe ye de dwumedie no atoa so e de amamo Enoch Fua on Facebook or the Nidia ba Enoch Esede or say I'm watching you from a sinful suit. You guys are doing a great job. More fire. Yeah, that's CP Dennis Jesse and so at the Nidia ba Dennis Sede or say good evening. Say I'm watching you live from Ditchem. So I would like to greet my lovely father today. Also, I would like to greet my lovely father. Today is his birthday. Yo, yeah, that's it. Say, also, oh, father. edi ne birthday a odi aba say yen wish no kama yo ntia wish no happy birthday nyankopon emmo no ho ban na afei o mani nyini che ewo ehonum nti eno ene sane adwumedie no etie ewo ehonum yenhwe messages kakraka na yentoa so say chaso poku on Facebook or say your friend Gatuso do na friend Gatuso or Amakom Market or say good evening Awal Mohammed, all the shoemakers inside Amakom Market are enjoying the show. Please kindly update me the latest on Accra Hasufo coach Watara, you Charles Opoku, aka Gatuso. Yeah, the updates ever bro. Why? Yeah, Chamunina, more Amakom Market shoemakers, Wawa Monfa shoe no Enfa Eniagrono. Yeah, that must say Chamunina. Starboy say, watching the show live and clear at our Fumima Airport, champion Awal Mohammed. More fire, still Kotoko win this year's GPL. Greetings to New King, emphasize Kojo Space, and my lovely father, no joke. Wasco GS, good evening to you, Demonza. I'm watching live from Sokobine. Otec Sports is the best in the city. In fact, you guys are doing a great job. Yeah, that's CP. When you say good evening, Otec Sports crew, I'm watching you live inside BM. So, number 2 in Ahafo, Ano Southeast. Pinyin chats on Facebook and Odiaba. When you say I'm watching you live inside Trede, good sports show Trede Henny Jr. on Facebook and Odiaba appear Dennis say amen. And I feel when you say good evening Otec Sports, watching you live from neighboring news site House of Folk will surely bounce back. Phobia never say die until the bones are rotten. Afumazi Frank Jerry for you and Odiaba. We used to say watching live at Higher Park Al Ain, United Arab Emirates. Emmanuel Jan and Odiaba Elisha Obense more fire. Kofi Ajimai Black Man say good evening. Watching you inside Pig Farm in Accra. Diego Melito say good evening, boss. My name is Diego Melito from Offenso. Watching you live, guys. You are doing a fantastic job. Keep say greetings goes to you all, especially Walasti. Updates on Barcelona. Barca is the best team in Europe. We thank God that we are playing final against Madrid. We will score them by 5-0. Diego Milito and Odiaba. Teacher emphasized Ahafukukum as a listening inside Ahafukukum. Jonah Atanso say, my name is Atanyama. Good work, yeah, say. Nana J Guy say good evening to you all. We thank God it's Friday. I'm enjoying the show live from Edujama. Buama Phillips say good evening Otec Sports. I'm Filippo watching you live inside Pram so Lake Road. Extend my greetings to my lovely parents, Mr. Buama and Mrs. Usua and all my kings. Kwabnan Cancer say live from Eduaben. Breaking news. Demonza Accra so folks sacked their head coach. Yo, Yate Crespo Fufu or say good evening. Now I'm watching you live from Fufu. Barcelona will beat Betis on Sunday. Greetings to Mr. Osu Bempa, incoming MPP chairman in Shayesu constituency and members of MPP media fraternity. Okay, yenhwe kakra abano na walasi edi amanonensem no edi aba. Eric Nana Moses Kapasi, in fact, it's now not easy to be a phobian. Freeman Felix edi fire emoji nebaye. Ato Addison say good evening. My name is Evans Ato Addison texting from our inside estate. We will not allow us to sack Ouattara. Asante Kotoko is winning the league this year. Okay, Edasi P, Edasi. Godfred into say Walasi, you are the best. Listening to you from a report. Okay, Edasi. Messages, you know, at Dawson. Walasi Atenase. Walasi Bibi Aboko there. Bibi the D. Yes. Now, we say week, you know. 1 week in here Sunday.
Akwamo na eka no. Demonza won se ebi mu nimu ho.
Me kura unim se first no.
Na unim se we
chi. Mo minim se bia obefaka be ye 3. Asan wa kwa kuduo. Kwa mo echire ya sokoro mampo. Okọ pa koso.
Otra pa koso ese sane ase wo nyina ya akwamo. Nti akwamo no ya nye baby ya. Yes, but oba fefe. Oba ha we ya nipa. Yes, or Kenyan support voice note no.
Okay.
Yeah man, special mentioning. And then birthday. nti oba fefe happy birthday nkoma ne pa
okay
yes and then so no say wo ye adwuma oba ha besra ye
okay
oba ha besra ye nyina nti oba fefe ye nchia ne pa yes say Chairman Jalil nso
Chairman Jalil
yes Chairman Jalil Tag V pharmacy
CEO my
fantastic
on fire show ni
Debi on fire ni agro on fire show ni agro
anytime for free unse wo your friends ba ko ebu akwa ho
oh okay
oso pon na wo anu anu utia wo
ba benzu ha
otie sa
fantastic Chairman Jalil there honestly yes onso obi ho a wo hia ne nchei ba se de nipa ne sitiem no ne boa ma wo timi ho ha wa nipa ne se nti Chairman Jalil and ye nchia ne pa na ye nka nchense yakopon hira no
okay
oh yeah heavy
okay
say amana ne na
amana ne na
Kifes antina wa she fita ya na
oh debi
ana asna
normally Fridays there ya me penfita see
ya obi ho a o say ma no konase asore ya na omuta bo white nti ana afi na wo konase asore
debi me ni
say wanyini
oh wanyini
say me share white
sanity
enya yi ya say nka fita o
fita
say enya yi ya ba ya nka white na say nka me bo because so wo hima chiri ba tom so
sa
one day wo ba ya na wo ba ya no abayo
ala si
senior amani ntia so nsa wa ye na ama nkwa nchen body anye kese no enya amani dia ba bi esi mu die nkatu nkese atra so atiase na wo free ase buru nso ntem a enwa yi nu ye kokko ba Eugene na asa nwumre wa ye mre pa
say Eugene no who say Eugene no
Monique Daban on na edi ni birthday no Monique Daban dia na make yes Monique yes nti ye nchia ne pa ba Eugene Mura no woso
e woso ti mi amekwa akubu
nso wa hye ne bobi dia
me share ne bo
chese baby anso no etimi akoso kama ne nyina ne sam office ne toso ne mom no de etene say US of A amo se enfie no no amo bomaden na fe amama wade aye fe ne sam multiple visitor aye visa no na wo de awram na United States of America wa bra de etene sam aye work permit visa ne nyina amo gede ama na fe US of A no wonsom watimi akone kama se no so esam owram achese o kwakoya adwuma wa Europe amba bomaden na fe amade visa ne nyina eno som na de ama se so san make no what the open PM our Poland, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, and Croatia. A honor work permit visa, almost did team mo, not just a one sorry a question and so open so PMO, our UK, Nina, some visit visa and open at the room our UK, almost the Bema come a US of Fino, almost signed the Bema Samson, Canada, and Australia, Nina, I the attendance say you Jama travel and consult and Abama day, not just an Indian sword to me, Cosodia woman, and it's a UK or maybe any ponibi, and I say you Maconi be, any part on one son in into one son juma na opeso ram e UK me pacho you jima tenso no e de o kokama senkem vesa no amo jedi ama na fe wo de ram sanso na opeso kosua de e wo de tennis Europe Canada US of Australia ne de tennis Asia ombebo mo de ya juma ne nyina e de ama kama entenan enanyumre no me pacho wo de say ye ka de tennis passport no
wala se wo de fache me say yenye se bi da we say we start ya na menya
sure
the home say boban Bobai Ali Suraj fie nchen wa nse Ali Suraj ye boni din a o MPP
sure
Ali Suraj fie ho fie yellow bi o mo friend yellow house
ma hu ho
ene Madina house ni opposite menya ko sisi ase ija atoho
Jesus Christ
ija atoho nti fire service we say esa ben Boban police station
no
yes we there say nim say samre ha manfo etie
fire for
yes fire for be menhia and afi tech phone so nti yesre say fire for emo modern na omo nko efie ho sesie na my wife friend me
okay yes nti yesre wo mo asa mo modern na chese omo nso no enko nti fire for no yes mo modern na mwam wo bobai ni nyina ne se eyarehosem ejapade ne niema na ejadam no nti yesre wo mo pii omo nko na bibia nso no entimi enkoye kama isanse se ni wiase aye den enti Ghana National Fire Service yes remo sem be piem obo by na afeni nyina atumi akoso enti se de ne ka no mepa cho wo de no o pese o ye passport now the two kwan a age se birth set no ye you jimat ebe ya ma o kama sanso na passport no on be jinem na de ama o kama o two kwan a travel itinerary esa we flight reservation no esa we hotel reservation ni nyina esem o ye ne kama sanso no ana American lottery registration no on baby mame fanton me so consultation sawuto no de ye free any paid ones ni nyina you jimat be mo wadena fe no omonso na ye ne kama de ama wa bra wa control nsam no you jimat travel and consult na they homo na ne nyina nso atemi akoso asoyere mienu ewo asantema ntem wa me pacho piem ewo boase enkane eye Gen Bank no edan na enkane Gen Bank ne dinhwe no no ye fe ne Yak Towers opiem a last floor no eho ana you jimat me pacho boase de no eno nso na wasanso na mame mfanto ne mo ese ofi not interest so e ba be piem no so fly interchange no so a na chese de tie ne sen Dina wotra o onta dan bia eno eye Bugis building no na chipe ena you jimata so ye no when some eye baako no so wo entinam besene ni fa na no mo ni nkoma wa bra directions awodo no nyina o metimi de ama o kama 0553 944 608 0553 944 608 and also 0547 740 774 0547 740 774 eno eye Ujima travel and consult one seminar and ye dey to ne mepacho wutu kwan na wakwa kodede ama oba Ghana mamu ano o peduane ne biem asantia eye Akofa catering service and a continental dishes ne nyina omo twa ne corrected yama ne nyina no ene sam asoye ho no omo sede to kwan akosua nuane ye entim aduane bia wo pese wodi a efi oman bia so no Akofa bebo matena fe no omo sam aye ne kama de ama Ghana mamu anuane no ene de eye superba so katrema so a lectures won say yes anuane yankasa ana won som otimi de ne pastry sawodo ene ma ye toto cheche ne nyina no eye Akofa catering service ene na nwumere no me ba cho me de to anum se ne nyina nso no ebetimi akoso kama na chese be bia nso no eno nso atimi akoso me pa cho eni pakuo bi mo ba besia mo paduane de aseva wo a eye Akofa catering service ene nwumere no me de to dwasem obepiem awaso yo na afi no onu ma tinkomo wa bra ne nyina ombebo modern na chese be bia nso atimi akoso edwena se me ba cho municipal assembly no a chese kwada so municipal assembly na ewo edwena se no omo ne dinhwe no amane ya ba kope we no o fra ensi bebria omo na esu omo so na fe bibia nso atimi akoso de wo mu ne number no aya 0245 056 378 0245 056 378 no na ye Akofa catering service won sam no ene yade to dwa ensentwe adwuma no moyete o pese wankasa no won som no ye ensentwe adwuma ne be se eye news na o pese wo ka se on kasa no o pese wo ye sports ne be se e bia program hosting na o pese wo ye sansom na production works no ene o pese wo ye se de Eugene Maradona kwabana e bomatin atwa Facebook Canada ma ye wa bra eno ane ye bomade de atwa TV no eye Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies no ana chasa opana fentetie ne nyina watimi aba be ye ne kama me patro DJ no eno ana me pacho try to ayo koche no omo ya ne kama no na chese opeso bonyom atwitwitwe so structures awuto no oya Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies no ana me de to no sem opana afe no entity ye papa ne nyina ye de ama o kama nya chese owi anyuma kwa awuto no omo nso atimi asonsoro ama bibia nso no atimi akoso kama entena nyimre wo temi nka me ba cho asoye no ewo Otec famfidie mo ya obaba na afe onso oba be pickle form no sa wodi okuta SSC anasa wase no o qualify SL Basco ni be sanso no ana me pacho we A level liver obetimi abasco ni be kama channel so ese mature students are more brought 25 years come no no e de yete sem Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies no ana be tu jasem obepa ama bibia so no eno nso atimi akoye kama de wo no ana sa wodi e wan kasa no what exam tifie twan results ana ne ye fa na waiting results no me ba cho bra Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies na tie ni nyina no wonso ngaba be fa ne kama me patcho fa ho no na feni mpanifo ni komanda mo ya kira kwan no sade amaka no Otec fam ha ya ana wo enti ba bia wo pia no faka ne bra be si krom wo de wudru Dr. Mensa busasa ope asanwase eye taxi no wudru taxi no wa ka kira mo sa me ko Otec ombabo mo de na fe wofo ya kache driver ni se obesi Otec anim ho yenim ho ya osi ya no akraso road no opa no on saben komoso no abra wuram e wa hanam no e honom no glass nko eno ene school no administration into Roma na chasa bia nso no etimi akoso kama numbers no aya 0547 823 005 0547 823 005 finance 0243 842-007 ano Otec School of Journalism and Communication Studies in Seminole and ye tini nyina ano som etimidi ama no and stories no to so pa na mom ne yababa matena fe no ye ni nyina ano som ade afiri wo kama che no so as a Premier League no na me hyaase on say Premier League no ye ka the month of air match no lectures managers awodo ni prayers ni nyina and some pomomaten na me patcho de wo mo sem air players awodo no pomomaten managers no some pomomaten no orom our Premier League na say ya omo say yankam wo bia so ntimente as the month of air match no one manager of the month no omo de ma owura de den ade Nuno Espirito Santo na chase manager abodwe say ono na chase de tie ne san manager of the month no amade man kama enti o check Facebook na so wa bra Eugene Maradona and some atimia project ni nyina e waso no Nuno na da so no ono anya manager of the month of Iron March say ya ka ono some agesa award no e de sene na so ama bibia so no eno some atimia koso kama yanku ya no na afe no memfanton me say player of the month of Iron March no eno some akọ e de Manchester United player Netin ade Bruno Fernandes enti boy no and some agent player of the month no ade asene na so kama Bruno lectures on some na agent theater so no into Bruno so no aye player of the month of Iron Month match aye tene nyina and some etibidi atodwa na away from the attendance some omo player of the month no and manager of the month nya menwura mana afe no memfa the big story a free Manchester City bobo kono no and some intimate from nyina and say ene awiem ho bana no ana me pacho boy anite ade Kevin De Bruyne me ba cho obaye no wadi sempi ade atodwa na wa bra de tiene sa ode pa no menim kwabra X no me kropo ba ko dear Man City eno na me hia ne sesi e na afi no yemfa ne nkoma ansa no wama me owura ne ten ade Kevin De Bruyne na chesa ne letter no na da so no dear Manchester na chesa we krata no ochro no dear Manchester sanete fala tani shim na fe yankan yanku yanim dia wo no dabi kwabra o baby a hey you know is there black na e wo ho no black na ya tro mu no eno ne letter no enti Kevin De Bruyne was na man ye nyina a wo tro dear Manchester no ene say ono wan kasa no de tie ne san ababa ya adwuma ede ma City bobo ko no na wo kekan fie no boma eye enfie makomakodu ana chaso no Kevin De Bruyne ababe pojuma Eriama City Bobo Kono na Ochekia Obaye no ne yere ne ma omani ya City Kromo adia bakune se City Ochekia Manchester Kromo no ama jomo felso ama club ani Tennis City ama some chene felso wa ama tenechi sansom na players awuto no atanechi wase hwe anoma cheri duaso a obehu na chese kribo tua ne bo na chese oba from enfie dunie bema be bi wa ma me ni nyina season ni pon awie ya let chese Master Red aka Kevin De Bruyne anonso no si from the free City Bobo Kono let chese mo dwuma ni nyina so ama bibia nsom atemi akwaso kama ente point no apomate apokoko aka City Bobo Kono asem season ni pon awie ya ono Master Red Kevin De Bruyne anonso anya dwuma ni pm from the Sky Blue Boys ya den samana nyina anonso tibiri atodwa na me pacho boy ne pa no since 2015 de wo mu Ejuma baba ya no yembreking it down when from our essence ejuma padie obi ya na o kan wasama aya hu ya pa papa ne ba ya no ne goal contribution no de wo mu aya 280 goal contributions and why adiama City Bobo Kono 16 trophies and waje trophies in breakdown in here meba cho Premier League no Master Red Kevin De Bruyne 10 years already in was City no Oje 6 Premier League air titles ama bibia koso EFL Cup no oje makuma kunum FA Cup makuma kum yeno Community Shield oje mieno UEFA Champions League oje bako o check individual awards Master Red Kevin De Bruyne ya de womani meba cho fit pro 11 opiem makuma kunum 5 times and Kevin De Bruyne we PM fit pro awards no so PFA Team of the Year we PM makuma kunum 5 times and anonsom abemo wonim say UEFA Team of the Year no anonsom makuma kum yensa and one PM o run our Premier League Playmaker Award na watch it 3 times Samsung on a Premier League Player of the Season no watch it 2 times the woman no and some player PFA Player of the Season no and also you know and a Master Red Kevin De Bruyne patron so no what me just say no and also en kakra on City Bobo Kono dinka wa bra season nyina eno som bana wi ana chesa Kevin De Bruyne so no ono som Antoine adwuma no so me patron contract ni nyina no ebe bana wi ye enya de se City Bobo Kono ebe to no nya kapre ono ankasa be free agent ono som ebe wram e wo team bi ono so pe ama chesa be bia nso temi ankaso na enum no ana enipa ne bebre wonim se nipa de woni nipa ya adwuma sa na eba enipa obeja dimpa no ya na nipa so tap na sem me ma choma me Jack Grealish boy no adia ono so edi uremo ewo IG dia woni boy ya na Jack Grealish ne nsa da Kevin De Bruyne komo no fama me eno anie me ba cho Jack Grealish akọ IG no o say ono ankasa no ma men kan dia o de to no also one of the reasons I joined City was to play alongside you brother the best I have the best I have ever had the pleasure of playing with you for sure and already did Kevin De Bruyne no and already did Jack Grealish no bomarding upon him boss no owie no and was say legend or bomarding and sana ho kwa no why and tese akoma no Angel Di Maria na chese ne celebrations no or the bia to akoma blue danchan ama chese obi anani agye enso atawo entora ne tin Eri Jack Grealish no bomate the way nyina PMO IG ono so bomate na chese papa ne did Kevin De Bruyne Master Red nso no ono so bomate apanabaso ama bibia nso atemi akoso na ene unim se owura ne din ade Josep Guardiola Aisala ya jumari ya City Bobo Kono as manager ne se papa na nkasa bomate so PM na fe no ono so aya ne Premier Conference wa bra weekend we no Leicester City Bobo Kono enso abaya adwuma wa bra owura ne din ade Guardiola wakotena se Leicester okasa na eyeden a Kevin De Bruyne so no yebebusa ne won sensema mane mane nyina no atemi akoso na owura ne din ade Guardiola and was say 10 years ono owura ne din de tie ne se Kevin De Bruyne bom maten share changing room no adia baako ne se hwe nani agye pa amane amane nyina no timi akoso kama ne nyina no ene se enye nipa nyina ana obenya na adeɛ baako a ɔno Pep Guardiola ɔka amo bia so atimi ate no ɛne sɛ ɛnɛ no nkonyaya nkɔbɛ describe it as black day was a sad day I say part of us live na kyɛ sɛ o check here city bobo kono asese na nkasa no ɔmo nam baby na no so to akɔ ne nya no sɛ master red Kevin De Bruyne ɛkɔ na ɛkɔ kɔba de say na senior man guda ɛkɔ a ɛyɛ awrawo sɛm enti Guardiola ɔse ne kwasɛm nie De Bruyne ne ɔde ababa to ya sɛ season ne bɔ na wie ya ɔnkɔ ne nyina no ɛyɛ sad ɛde ma city bobo kono yentie owura ne tiri Guardiola na afɛde aka bi ayɛ ntoa so.
A happy day for the fact that the pleasure personally that we live, or I live this time with him. What he gave us, all of us, his humanity, and of course, don't necessarily tell his influence in our success in the last decade. That will be impossible, imagine, without him. And it's a day because, of course, it's part of us, he's living. So when Vincent left, or Sergio left, or David Silva left, and these players have been contribution, and I will say more names, so these examples 3. Of course, the time that, it's a sad day. So, but still we have 10 games and hopefully 11 and 6 games at home that we can enjoy with our fans, and he will get, I'm pretty sure, the love and the recognition that all of us, fans of course, that he deserves.
Right, I know a city bobo kono na chase manager ni din Eddie Guardiola and a pon de san samani nyina and on some ultimately buy di latest ni nyina no and on some ultimately to no na chase baby anso no and on some ultimately akoso no na owura ne kasa ayawre ho sem as a city omo honam ni bi e kono o check here 10 years a oni De Bruyne eye adwuma no owura ne didi Guardiola na so no ankasa ensom akasa cheche nsemu kakra esanse nipa de woni na ba adwuma na kyese ade ne nyina eno so akoso ama owura ne din ade de yete ne se Kevin De Bruyne ensom abomoden na fe wafiri ho atimi akwa owura ne din de yete ne se Guardiola ensom abomoden cheche mu kakra ese no kure nie wo check influencer owura ne din ade Kevin De Bruyne enso atimi anya na huge blow ade mo side and did city as a player to say Kevin De Bruyne so no ono so be fi club no na fe no wetimi akọ ama bibian so no etimi akọ so kama already did Guardiola to one nsam na so no yentie be na fe yensamra na yaka bia yemfanwo
as a human being.
His assists, his goals, his vision in the final third that is so difficult to replace. Because it's not, everyone can make actions and 2 actions of assists, but during how many years and how many games, that makes him unique. At the end, this is a business. The players have to perform well, the manager have to perform well, and we know that any person, can discuss that his performance during this decade have been outstanding. So we won a lot of trophies, and have been involved in every single one. So that's why I always.
Sure, enti ano aye kakra Manchester City manager ni din ade de yete say Josep Guardiola Isola and some ka area funny player ne din ade Kevin De Bruyne was say no season nyina and some pana we papa no and so timi akoma bibi anso no etimi akoye kama on say mesini pade we ya de papa obia pomoden and so ebo abaso ama bibi anso timi koso urem our Brentford the Pisa meba chon manager ne did Thomas Frank. And so juma at Yama Brentford Bobo Kono and never told ya as a Kevin De Bruyne air kono on sat the Premier Conference na sapa pone koneno yebusano as a yera na ye can say no kwasamano anything one kasano ram our Premier League ginwa na chasa midfielders pinapa na one pa and obey as a bia or midfielder and as a best of a midfielder our Premier League ginmo meba cho Brentford manager and the team Thomas Frank, I say you be master ready na wo kra na wo no a nti we ni de enye se bi e so busa no ono de obebobbo bi di na mo no Kevin De Bruyne and the best ever midfielder of the Premier League.
Probably it's the right way to say it, but probably not a surprise. I think I heard also he was out of contract in the end of the season. But can only praise him. One of the best midfielders in the Premier League ever. You guys know that bit. Oh, there's a few good ones, huh? There's a few good ones. But let's say the more offensive central midfielders, let's say Lampard, Gerrard, of course iconic England ones in the center of the pitch. Beckham, of course, but played a little bit more to the right. I think De Bruyne is up there. He's up there. And the good thing is I don't need to use too much time on it. There will be several so-called experts that will dissecate this and go into detail who was the best one ever. But I think he is a top player, almost complete player in many ways, and I think he's been crucial for Man City's success the last years.
Right, enti eno aye owurani tiri Thomas Frank ne nsensem awodo ne nyina no na kyase adini nyina eno nso ema we na anwumre wo show no so ama bibia nso otimi akoe ne yento so no fe stories awodo a kyase epa ne nyina yemfamra meba cho Ruben Amorim eno say hwe ono de o ka Kevin De Bruyne no I one of the best midfielders. I'm a Premier League no more. Or some chekia. Natures a mere chuchamuno. And in Yama Pinano, Utimo Sayas a boy no. On some player near my Bakwa, Obetimi account as a player. No, I improve the Premier League in a pa. I'm a Yamanino. I don't sweat to me. Kosu Nemo. Boy, no Cocos did the wrong side of Manchester. And your blue and an ass or bo. Nessa boy and a red Jason. Amovi ono de ono kwano no waka ne ho na masansam ne nyina eno nsom etimi akoso ye de sansam ne nyina no eno nsom etibri aba ena nyimre o join ne Facebook no o ba Otec 102.9Fm Otec 102.9Fm or like page na mame na fe wa share live video eno nsom Royal Sports with Demonza no ebebua pa ama show ne nyina eno nsom atimi go viral ye ne sa no beba cho o comments awo do no fabra ye be ready na wo show no so am opian so no atimi hu se ena nyimre ye ne wa ana ye bo adwuma na ma bibian so no eno nsom atimi akoso entide wo no eno nsom join Facebook na Otec 102.9Fm Otec 102.9Fm Brana Feria Capiano Yanyan Wajumana Chesabian Sono and Unsun Timin Koso Answer player Bakua Nete added Tony Cruz Gacon a former Real Madrid player not me patro Tony Cruz and an annual Chama General Answer midfielder and a Jaibo Bono na Ope Obiamana can once a year say Tony Cruz and Ononsono as Oba Esan pass master there. Ono odi chese odi tape measure no eton no watwa na ba besu so na Tony Cruz enso ede ne dia ba urem our ex no so a kwabena dam sesi e fa to so mame ne nya no se Tony Cruz anu ase be ma wa ba bebo adwuma o waso obetimi aka asa Kevin De Bruyne a special player na se wunua de so ne nyina e ba na wie ya congrats and what team no enti nua ba be ye na fam de adwuma ne nyina waba wie enti no Tony Cruz Gacona meba cho ena nwumere no ano so no bomatem ade sansam ne nyina etimi de aba no o join Facebook na lecture Tony Cruz wa bro pmo X no so ne nyina you Maradona enso ade to so na chasa adwuma ne nyina no etimi aba kama ne nyina sem owura ne tin ade De Bruyne no say boy no so kra yes and on that so no special player. Congrats and all I already did. I did just Tony Cruz no after Kevin De Bruyne a posty way. I want an X account and also no and on some I reply with quota lectures no any kakra na nyumere no to dwa ama be pianso no atimi akoso yan koso no fe no yan fan sama wuto pina no and on so ntimi mra na chese be bianso ntimi koso me pacho owramo our club ba ne did Wolfsberger obekai Wolfsberg omo na yete ne say Kevin De Bruyne ebo edemo ansana chese de yete no ene say oba be PM City na obedwan ya wo no obi nkwan mo yewamo hwe Wolfsberg fon so call X and so almost say dear Kevin, do you remember you and I 10 years ago? How about the two of us again? I know Wolfsberg enti se wo de wo free city a be ma ha ya na wo sha se o we se wo ba na baabi a kyekyere aboa no yɛgya no wɔ hɔ enti Wolfsburgfoɔ no ɔmo nso deɛ ɔmo bɔmmɔden no afei ɔmo apɔnka yɛ ɛsɛ de bran mmara no afei biribia nso no enti ɛnkɔ so kama yɛnte nsɛm no afei no mɛbakyɛ stories ahodoɔ kakra wɔ no ɔtoo be yɛmfa mmara no biribia nso ntimi nkɔ so deɛ wɔ mu no ɛne sɛ Chelsea consider ɛsɛ Endrick yɛsɛ sama no Chelsea bɔbɔkɔ no ɛpɛ sɛ ɔmo de 70 million euros ɛkɔkɔma Real Madrid na kyɛ sɛ Madrid ɔmo youngster no ɔmo teenager ne din ɛde Endrick no ɔmo kɔkɔfa nam sɛ Chelsea paa sɛsɛ ne deɛ Endrick na 70 na Alexander Isak wɔ hɔ no ɔno no ɔyɛ proven striker wɔyɛ adwuma gyegye bi abɔ adwuma no na wɔso de 70 wɔ 50 wɔde so no ɔde kɔfɛ abranta ne de Isaka na kyɛ sɛ ayɛ dɛ ɛno ɛne kakra ɛba mɛmatwo Alejandro Garnacho kakra na anyimrɛ me nsa ka ɛne sɛ boy no yɛse ne fie wɔ Manchester boy no ɛsɛ ɔtɔn fie no di wei confirm sɛ ɛyɛ likely ɛsɛ sama boy no ɛbɛfiri United bɔbɔ kɔnɔmɔ ɛnso atumi akɔ ama baabi nso no atumi akɔ so kama hyɛ no nso ɛsɛ Copa del Rey match a ɛno nso ɛbɛtɔ dwa final game no ɛyɛ Barca ɛne Real Madrid ne ɛbɛbɔ ɛnɛ mate sɛ ticket allocation a ɔmɔde ama Madrid bɔbɔ kɔ no ɛyɛ 26,031 tickets ɛna ma allocate ɛde ama Madrid bɔbɔ kɔ no na Madrid foɔ no say prices ne nie ebe range between 72 to 270 euros enti uwo saa sika we a obenya ticket ne me etimi atone kama enche bia ana UEFA Champions League nso no ekọ so a Real Madrid team no ene Atletico Madrid nso de bom a game no ene nso ekọ na wie ensem pina by ema Atletico Madrid team no ekọ koye complain Eugene obenya ilelei na mebacho Rudi Gaya na nka no ana me prepa ilelei eno ana Rudi Gadi yi wo mahi na me pacho de wo no ane se ene UEFA for baya mebacho de wo ne omo de chese asotwe de aba players awodo so omo se Antonio Rudiger wo do nsakotwe wo mene mu kokromoti wo pente de gina so wani pepe eye no chese ilelei udi yi 40,000 euros omo de ato papa no so Kylian Mbappe ilelei na da so no ilelei onua de atwi ne menem omo se wo Rudiger una wo ye Red Bull leader ilelei na wo ye no aye 40,000 euros eno aye fine na omo de ama no Kylian Mbappe ekomo ne bema e kire omo se omo no Madrid fo no omo ana ye mema me ba cho ne de ye 30 Dani Ceballos enso de ye 20,000 enti Kylian de ye 30,000 no Dani Ceballos de ye 20,000 Vinicius Junior fa ne ho di obia no ma me pacho UEFA so no e suspend no ano ane kakra eba game a me kasa ebeba so no Arsenal fam no players way sa odi a wuti wudin a esa hwen wuye esa sa first leg a tojo wa Emirates Stadium no sa kokoba sa wuji yellow a untimi mobi Arsenal fam no Declan Rice ne din wo ho Gabriel Martinelli edin wo ho ana Julian Timber edin wo ho boys 3 way no obia one yellow card away from air suspension Madrid fam no aye 4 ilelei master Antonio Rudiger ana ne didi kan Luka Modric edin atoso Eduardo Camavinga edin ba ana fe Endrick de Souza we no aye 4 players a Madrid team no omonsom agi yellow second leg ebeba so ewo Bernabeu no omonsom entimi mobi Madrid bobo kono apesa omo extend owura ne din Ade Antonio Rudiger contract ade mano na dia men say kan say on say Rudiger anya over 30 Madrid de no say obro 30 years a ebe ye den ese omo be ma contractor eno nso so no ebia yen kan say ebe bro 2 years say Madrid boboko no e pese omo ma Antonio Rudiger contractor ede ne be kwa kwese 2028 say sa protocol na eda no omo say omo break esan say one chani master one nwi bae no osadi ilelei asa be so enti Rudiger din no say ilelei aba be so omo say boy no emodin boy obo no amfo na kire ne nto aso nti 3 years omo de ba be ma ne de aka ho despite Saudi Arabia for ade sika gina ho pe owura ne din ade de yetene sa Antonio Rudiger no lectures ne nyina ano nso ekoso kama ye dire nyina ano nso etibiri atodwama bibia nso no etimi ankoso Rudiger say penalty a boy editor Atletico Madrid last one what is our celebration we ekoko so mo no de woman no ene say ono na Hendrick na ese kobo na akoda ni swa akoda wo swa sei no o ka so nkobo penalty na nyame amfafie na ekoti jape eka ba fie enu nti eno ono ogede ma no ho okoko boy no ema chese no ekoba na sansa boy no oswa onsanya bo ni bi mo mistake bi koba pe na chese nsempina no eno nso na ba ma niam ni nyina no etimi akoso kama yedi ni nyina etimi dia to ya ban sababo ko no me ba cho omo VIP seats omo person omo ton no ebe worth 100 million euros na omo se by May ombe wie ni nyina ama ni nyina nso etimi akoso nti by May no we ebe ba omo nso etimi return akopiem aye 1v1 na chese financial fair play no omo so ebe ko 1-on-1 no ama bibia etimi akoso sikapari atie ne se Thomas Muller buafu o se Bayern fo no mo menima ya adwuma afrin kura abremu saa ba bezinu ne na contract ne so na mo ma me deal a ebe koso a o se Bayern fo na ne nam ho a ama ne ma ne nyina koso papa ne de ede Christian Eriksen ene ni siai yesi nyame nko anka Muller bo papa ne hwe ho esan se kokoya bufu sem enu nti yeso owura ne din Muller season ne ende a obefri Bayern na wakọ enawra wo sam ne se Matumels retire channel so as a doneke ba mesha every Diamond Scientific Bar and Research Clinic asuyeye almost se bra na amoma wadura me patro no so beboa unum se doneke ne yaduro ema no mononom be essence we no ebe mamenses ne timia flow kama wa bra ne nyina eno so ebeba ne ma ne nyina timia koso doneke no ayadu papa ononom be a circulation ne be koso wanya accident ama on kase no se emu abu anase awoso no be ba tro ne nyina ebe hye ne yesese na awona ba weda ne mo yenu no obi oho no ma na poso ne na poso emu yenu se ya enso nyunu krampo no ontimi nware be enti nonom doneke ne be ebe boa na fe pensa unya no sisim sa wotena se che sa wo ye adwumaden fitafo no nonom doneke ne be ebe boa pa ama bibia nso no etimi akoso o spinal cord no awo problem a eye doneke ene esa nonom ma bibia nso no etimi ekoye kama bema wa ye mre weekend ne ne yaduru mu no esa nonom doneke no ebe boa ama ye be sore agina wona so ye be gu fufuo so ama na ye fe ama ne ma nyina akoso doneke no aye dura bema wonum bia oba ntwitwu mfa so oba nkase wani mbasabasa oba nso wonum bia ebe ma chese bema bu obeto ade achew aye doneke ba mesha ene na nwumere no esa obomoden na chese wonso tobi no ma bibia nso no etimi akoso de wo no ane se ba bia tonton no bia obenya doneke ne bia to nema no udie ope bia to ba kum yenu miensa ompreso ba kwakochina bra Otec FM mu ha doneke no bebia nso betimi akoso na chese ne ma ne nyina no etimi akoye doneke ba mesha efi Diamond Scientific Bar and Research Clinic asuyeye obenya omo awo domina se na chese ne ma etimi akoye number no aye 0246 727 677 0246 727 677 and answer 0249 208 252 0249 208 252 eno aya de tiene say Diamond Scientific Bar and Research Clinic oma say ana chese onso no obetimi awuram say yare bi da so ofra omo ne obedi nkomo na bibia nso atimi akoso na afi no doctors no oma ma advice so ba onbebo na afi no waba sanso na doneke no watobi o perform la obenom say yare bi na da so na person no ma ofra omo be kire wo de esa wo de kan ho na afi wan kasa no wo so watimi anom ne kama ama bibia nso no etimi akoso ene ye Friday enti yenchia chairman jale obiem ena afi brakofi faith a rentals brakofi na ayei medeni ye oskapa onu ana menene ye so enti yes brakofi onu ana ebre mi canopy nu nkonya ama me dia ye sanso ena miamini pa ba ko efre ni Solomon ginyame deko omo ana eba nti yenchia wo munyina na chese wo de to ase nkakra ba we no ama bibia timi akoye nti yes die wo mu no yenchia wo munyina na master jobu generator expert ene omo amutie ye bia anaga junction fo no so mbeba mejo eso obeba na afi nso de wo mu ne se ye ya ye nua wo bewu wa ha obia no meto me nsa de afi obia kwasiada e wa akwa mo se momra na meta ye chi na afi oruman so no Nana Kwabena Kuma numesua benkum hene yes yemomode na afi yenkura n'echi wa bra ne na wotweda no yenima ne nyefe ne yenya data ye de be ye na sai ye wie
Stavite capsules. So one pro Stavite capsules are. It is how I see the few. Aside that, you know, Bema dey for the prostate. Bema bia unya no prostate no so eye kese. Prostate is a part of your sex organ. So without prostate, bema entumi empe. Bema ni oba that huntumi nsane no. Without prostate, bema nya tinka emoba. Without prostate, bema entumi hormone fan testosterone. Inti bema hia prostate. But se bema enyina na prostate no eye kese. The more na eye kese no, na affect your joints osem. That is why when you're 40, ojo nso a ntise time na wo 20 no, ojo nso na mu apa mienu. Ojo nso a emaye, ojo nso intentem, ojo nso a filisi ebiake in a day to so more than 8 times in a day. Only people ojo so more than 8 times in a day be oyare within 24 hours. Normal human being ojo so 8 times. So ojo so beyond 8 times in a day, it means how honum. Bemo kwada na joa. O so sa ansa na dia che 4-5 times. Obo so ojo so sefe nocturia. Oye bemo na sa ha wo bia. So one so no entema. Ebedu baby no ye de homa beto be memu. Vemo plus catch you say the only product it regulate prostate. The only product infection a friend pro Stavite capsules. Pro Stavite capsules. Inti entusikengu enkoto yanu medro to do papa a herbal product, a natural product. Ofa ebabuwa mo pomode akonka edema. O papa wedi 50, wedi 60, wedi 70 to pro Stavite come on. Baby I'll be able to have 0244 370
370
702
702
0244
0244
370
370
702
702
050
050
210
210
43
43
43
43
050
050
210
210
43
43
43
43
Officer Doc me timo take Royal Sports and so me wo how do somehow a infection me yere me a e babua ya sha me catheter mo for be e surgery e babua e man ho atumi atono me nua ye wo X drive your friend extra drive bema bia hia because all your bema na untumi nko long journey a oba bia mfa wo nya hwe nti emfa wo tenten na wo kese emfa sane wano ate afa emfa no baby a wo ye adwuma no emfa no salary se untumi mpem oba mo ne nsa no wo mpem asa aba no na no ono nam kwa fa no ho adwene tubo so wa one day pe no chano testament tenten kwaku ye nyae kwa me ye nyae mi ntune ho ansi so enya hwe na dwo anya nam hada ma we enya nam to iPhone enya nam to de mo de bia to tare ma no masa ono enka hwe se untumi oba mo ne nsa no wo mpem a wo ye bema wa kagire pa na ono na mrantie no eba pressure basa na no mo no shortcut into no quarter spray ebi se dog metwi eye stone ebi se me nom bitters bi me nom nioma bi wo ye bema for wani kan fedi agro wo mpem enkono no nioma se bi be affect your kidney enkono no nioma na be ma pressure enkono no nioma be ma stroke into mrantie be brenya stroke obo 40 years no stroke obo come deep down no nom ndro bi quick action product so but to impress oba wo mpem menua so oba ma to gina so ya ese moja tumi efa ni peduom ye nti wakoma ne pompi moja na moja se na fa wuntini mu ese obusa ho oto no 93 oto no 73 se be ma obema ntumi nya denda bema adua homache a woni bete no 4 to 6 no woni bete no na obema ada ono chese onya bema nti e wo so adua homache so obema asore gina so obema ensori nyina so fa no morning wood se won hu bia chese o mema ye no enwie peye now bema odnom sa o kan bia no say fashion wo ye bema no se bebra ma wo yemre wo ye bema na wo twe eye nwusie ya e ma wo yemre yes angwa aduane bebre junk food no quick food bema wo di bebra ma wo yemre and then some kind of alcoholic beverages bema consumia e ma no yemre ono cha bema so hwe wo diet ye nti o mema bu ho no ma wedi 80 to meje match ba branch boy 35 years o ka so onko 2 minutes crown to me oba pieces ya o pinso an be man no sorry biem ona vema plus ka chane say on hwe X drive capsules and kononom quick action product bi ankowu we no se ukoso na se wonom na se ka o moje me ka wontirima menua o ma che woje match awia woje match anwumre woje match obema so ahode wom because bad cholesterol ada wontirim ema moje ntumi fa ntini na ne nyina edifi wo ema moje fam kama obema no so tumi gina so che ansa na ho esane delay ejaculation we X drive 18 years to the last age of what at bema no o here X drive capsules they be because bema dey call retirement ba o mema ye on pem dey man call retirement on to say enko be for dey bia ma o yere eninje ye wi X drive your prostate your dinat ye ka dinner na baby girls no nko anenom
baby girls
ye ma me fo say o motwa bra na enkan
tight
yes na mema no nyina pe eye aroma bi na eyida say banana ana say strawberry flavor sa two flavor when mama pepper inti bema ubie suma bema no na flavor no sebi momone a no anu afa no adwene because the moment ade no koye bema na bema kwa bedwo emfa no how hard a waye because enkane ba no enkoye obebu ho no ma o menstruate sebi ono hu se ne menstruation no ebo pa eye ni nyan ano ye den pa yes eba sa wase wo enkaba ho obebu ho no ma ontumi menstruate ye obebu o menstruate bi nsuo kakra gugu no se nsure de nkaba wo ho ene ye wo ba no de ne se o menstrual pains and menstrual cramps obu ne se obi ahu se ama bu ne nsa yare now so wanyo ho adobegu ani mase oba bia so ntumi menstruate ye no ntumi nwo
yes
nti o ladies bebre wo hwem obi nwo da ba ne yefra kraka pa fibroid because ntumi menstruate ye blood and tissues are ehia oni pedwe se tumi fini pedwe at the end of every month nti se ntumi menstruate ye bi sa won se sa unwanted blood and tissues no de o mu ni pedwe nti ebobo ano a ebedu ba bi no na afi na develop to fibroid now eba no sa oba nya tenkama bema ti bema so mu azia no da ho wo behia dinat capsules eba bua wo ebe siesie o kama mfichi ko o ma ye bcp na sita ade ma ye de wie kakra bi ofen little capsules muni ya otili to ayi ne ye kasa onipe bo kasa gusu a na wo dwane nanum ewon kapa she uyo obi ahome ye bon o kasa wonum ewon ka untofie bo obi anu enkisiw into french kiss ye unya bida because wonum ewon ka o ma won saso na nipa edwane vema plus any within komo say wo your ba say wo ye bema na halitosis how wonum ewon ka wa motuem ewon ka you shall little capsules ojuju wo se moja wom eye omrim taye kuro omrim untofie mpa eye woden you shall little capsules where a product and two as your crab so your prostavite a jonso any infection a draw a year if you want bema wire mere e won pem ohia x drive capsules oba o confiture wote yaw ubu nsa emaye wire family plan na ayebasa no hia dinat capsules e ba na num kan anaso obi na num won kan ohom ya bon a e little capsules fresh doc mitiemo na me wo haw ni bi 0244 370 702 0244 370 702 050 210 43 050 210 43 minia meko bema bia no anwure nguani mase obaje match up x drive
fantastic
na for prostavite count na obejina na so pa odu so baba kama na be bia kama e dia so me da se ene nyepa
yes Vema plus ene ko maso ye ekokodi nkomo no yemfa ni nyina no emfansi ya na afi yento so na dia ka bia no yemfa me san say discussions awodo no wo ho Ghana memu hansem ene amanane nsema ye de ba ye ni nyina no bejafo ba betena se Kofi Labi the governor ene Mr. Set Oforia Champion says Candy omuji adwana na chese bibia no etimi akoso kama sharanso ese ene Friday
this is a better sweet marvelous sweet just me who the America dynamic what Friday
Safa sa
0504 161 729. Mami Sisubim 0504 161 729. And I said 0532 893 025. And a full-time travel consult and recruitment limited. And you know, Mudim Commander for your control 7 no. Bibia Timia Kuye Kama. Abaya Fortnase, Kofi Labi, the governor, NSS Candy, Atnase. Mebo Mona Fino, Amanin 7 no. Yedi aba nemo no. Yes, eya no ahye no so se ene no na Demonza na net ha. Na bibi na aba sisi yi. Ententem so a se de ye ne ye ka no. Na enye easy. Kofi
obani kase.
Bibi aye boko.
Oh, adum ni ahwe yi.
Edawade ase.
Enu mani bi.
Oh, yes. Sa na be ya akosi wiase awie ye. Ni nyina ntimi nye pe.
Yo.
Ada ni nyina be ye pepepe no na chese. De ne de ba.
Na chese de
na de ne ba je na de ne yakọ. Yeah. Say so ho ye de.
Wala nyame adum.
Afie boko.
Oh nyame adum. Na so e.
Adumara kwa. Adumara kwa.
Yase ekura wo ko mu ye twa ohene fom. Onzo buza se mujo. Say
o buza se boko.
Minim se tuntum ana wo.
Yes.
Amamre kwan so nti se me so buza se. Sefi
fantastic. Nyango padum.
No se wo ti abra kofi na.
Oh yes. Brakofi faith.
Na je se bibia ye.
Oh chire din ho.
Fantastic.
Bibia ye sorted. Yes. Labi, mama chance yem free ho. Amana ne nsem no. Ye nya ne kakra kakra. On say weekends me ye sure say matches a wo do ho. Ene ayi na yenhwe matches ni mu kakra say bia wo kakra de be ma boys na no mu nsu a na wo di asoso di ama ye na afi no. Ye na say 10 beboa.
Oh, ye be manage say ja wo see da bibia be yi no na che say.
Na yesu aba. Yes. In the next 10 minutes labi mi ento nka. Amana ne nsem na ye go.
All right. And some ba ku mienu miensa bi wo ho in addition to the league games.
Sure.
But me started with something small on Cristiano Ronaldo. He said when you're 40 years. Because I say international break no. Because Rezi na semwaha. And I don't know say Eugene Beboye dia. Na me dia me say baby edru no. Ronaldo or say was set a particular target amane ho. And say opese onwie ni career no. Now for club and country, was 1,000 career goals. Now during the last international break, Denmark and Portugal, the first fixture were Nyagu. And me kaise me beka ho asem me sure pass the second fixture ni there. He will be see form.
Sure.
And indeed, onya 1 goal. And ne or the mienu aka ho in the Saudi Pro League. Al Nassr versus Al Hilal.
Sure.
And or the mienu aka ho. To say you know, in total ne career goals na abeye 931. Ti uti free more. Uti 3,000 more. Aka 69 more goals to hit the target.
Wait me.
Me ma ginech ni say me sure say will be to me achieve. But from the look of things, ni said ye papa ye. Ubuhua na chese. U free Saudi Pro League ni mukra no asa kofa baby. So but over 69 more goals to hit the target. Sure. Media sankumu we dey me ka say ye din komu we ya obefa ne tra. So what you say. But there is something about it me feel say e was say amanfo ehwe ne motivate obi bia ade bia wo ye bia it should not even be about football nko. So what you say. Ronaldo is never satisfied with anything. Edi bi mpa no opi wi asim ha say. But also opese o achieve that feat. So onwie no a share 1,000 career goals. Is the same kakran or they drew 931. 69 more goals. Inti yeah say ja order so 40. Inti minim say in the next 1 or 2 years the enemy ebi a obetimi the 69 aka ho dia. I think it's very difficult, but I think say the woman say a certain guy when you almost everything in this world. Ebi a na se mi be fit into what you said. me sure say bia could be Ronaldo no kasi no many binya e bia enya no be to say onya 69 goals and can hit 1,000 career goals, but it is minor anyway. So but he's always pushing for more. Sure. And that is one thing I like about Cristiano Ronaldo. Nti me wish you all the best, even though me want me doubts. So what I say. Okay. The other matter, I'm person me can one say Oko Premier League ni ma. In the month of March, yeah, the player of the month, I'm a Bruno Fernandes. Congratulations to him. I was a United for no. I celebrating the Kama.
So, you invite Bruno Fernandes. Aji ana di amano.
Waji. Bajo. Oh, me can say yeah di amano. Na say ujini amfa mawa.
Opani.
Ba o deserve waji.
Me nka so on deserve you.
The idea bi o ha it with the man na won deserve.
Sure.
Okay, we deserve say me
the player of the man.
Any diamano. But my one was so congratulations to him. So I say, I mean, we had there. Say, you know, he's the most outstanding player in the Manchester United jersey. And to say, Bibi Anko Yimpo, me sure said the only figure United can celebrate a Bruno. Nti why there? But beyond Bruno winning the player of the month of March, no, there's another figure. We winning coach of the month and our manager of the month of March award.
No.
And manager no, and your Chelsea manager, and your Liverpool manager, and your Man City manager, and your Arsenal manager, and Nottingham Forest manager.
Sure.
And I hope say Eugene will work with us. Come on, Papa na your friend Nuno Espirito Santo. Na say. One way ya and sembi ba obefane tra so
fantastic.
But I believe enkophobia must be celebrated. Hwe walasti say ukohwe adwuma papa yi aye with Nottingham Forest side na so you then appreciate adwuma waye say wo de Forest eka ni profile ho a so obetumi akase in the Premier League we managed 3 teams because the first time it was Wolves. That was between 2017 and 2021. Sure. Then in 2021, Oswechi Echo managed Spurs. Very short period with Spurs. And we call Al Ittihad. Ko ura suru hobi Asia hobi. So ati asiye. Echo pesi can be your. But in the year 2023, na chese Nottingham Forest and no man just last season yo a friend Steve Cooper and started the season with Nottingham Forest, and I am telling you say it was a terrible season, and at a point Walasti it was almost clear say Forest ebeko relegation.
Okay,
so in December 2023
sure.
And I'm penning phone who say, hey, said they no mercy corner coboni. It is woman to an amoa assembeba. And whom decided say, best Saki Steve Cooper, no more replacing with Nuno Espirito Santo. And Obe take over the Nottingham Forest job. Walasti, the rescue mission was achieved. Even though Forest position, you know, and said that Anye Bibi Hubia. So Eugene Boye a projected last season Premier League, you know, from 6th position by Kopim 20th position.
Sure.
Ube who say ye a season after 38 games.
And that's no.
Forest a places 17th until they were just above relegation.
Sure.
That is because Cooper started so badly. And now Nuno ebe take over. So after 38 games. Position yes. 13th, 17th. But the points was 32 points.
Sure.
And out of the 38 games, Omu wini emu 9. A draw 9. A lose 20 games. Omu share a total of 49 goals. A conceded 67 goals. And this was the numbers. Nuno ebe boa emom the 17th eka league nim. Now fast forward to this very season. Aka 9 games ni a year season no. Ye about 38 matches. To Eugene yemko enim yemko 2024-2025 season table no. See about 29.
30.
No, weekend in here kura 30 and
about 30 games.
30, okay. Yes. Sorry, 30. 8 more games to go. Sorry.
Sure.
Forest next game will be against Nottingham Forest this weekend. Now, with 8 more games to go, Walasti, Nottingham Forest position, a third on the league log. Out of the 30 games, no, Oma winning 17, I draw 6, I lose 7. Omukuta 57 points. Oma share 50 goals, I consider 35. And clearly, we're improving team no from whichever way you want to look at it. Pacho what you say? Now, and you say be our the exceptional players be you, and na say Jumano. In the last game we win here, our Premier League game was against Manchester United. Now, Odie, my Eugene Fire and back no project the kind of players are Papa Eyusu. And you see, say average players. Player bien ni moi. Ubetumi akase oye an exceptional player. Man for kra ni ambrese bia ombe chase ni gidi.
Okay.
Akofana manaba. Cells in the goal post. The last game against Manchester United was a typical 4-2-3-1 formation.
Sure.
Ola Aina, Nigeria, ne right back. Williams, our left back. Obo Milinkovic, Ena Murillo,
yes.
On the central defense.
Sure.
2 ne one Finfino, Yates, and Anderson. Afe no shift yakwanim 3, right? Left side, Danilo. Right side, Anthony Elanga. Ena Gibbs White. Ejina Omumienu Finfin, Ena Taiwo Awoyini.
Sure.
So as you say, any lidium attack. And this is the kind of players are Nuno Espirito Santo. Eddie Ababedi third as we speak, and it appears say Kanu akwaba me man woni wa hana no kwesiada ozi o Manchester bo ache any ache them so next match is against Forest was he he fan yes you away no se no kra na ye no ye ase na sa players we ashe Amori Manchester United by a goal to nil.
Okay.
Into Walasti. The man me excited about such managers. Then he say, "Usha materials no mukutana. Enya materials be a ehu. I woni me sure say the Manchester for mumpe. Chelsea mpe, City mpe, Liverpool mpe. Na Elanga say Manchester reject. Danilo, Gibbs White. Look at these guys. And this will be to me the players material say on achieve sa fit now. I think say I was say yetimi celebrating say see as o Premier League abako semua so na o come managers o ma winning manager of the month no dodoa see am no ka say wabeka Ateta Rafael Benitez omukuta 7 and that is figures Nina Eugene project no. Alex Ferguson lead with 27 of the awards as Nevenga second 15 Pep Guardiola so at yes 11 and Klopp ni Moyes nyina kuta 10 at peace Martin no Harry Redknapp 8 and as I say Nuno Abeka Ateta and Rafael Benitez mo
that was 7
so at yes with average players and what the yes adie no so at yes well ubetumi
emuwa 20 years
osi between one say Alex Ferguson say Ferguson the any so dey no for asifo na rally Premier League no ti obon ni chire ho so ati asie
yeah
enti ubreniti dey ayenka Kevin De Bruyne and so ho asem kakra
bi na
me hu say Premier League for ne Man City for akabom celebrating ene and that is because Eugene will every details into the account so beboa so what I say na Walasti the truth of the matter nene say amanfo bebre feel say this very season Pep any Man City any a very bad season because of the absence of Rodrigo Cascante.
Fantastic.
That is something and they are bit me brushing aside because Rodri, since joining Man City in 2019, has been one of the key players for Manchester City. But I tell you, sir, one of the key reasons why today Man City struggle is Kevin De Bruyne. From last season, because of injuries, Omunyan fit for a very long time in the course of the season. And last season, say, Sena Liverpool and who are doing Chelsea City, Kebia Liverpool be overtaking Man City. Sure. But because of Arsenal, at a point, a very disappointing, just like this season, City went ahead to win the league. Okay. So what you see, it is always sad to hear say such a player is leaving Manchester City at the end of the season. Minim see a market ne so player City beti mi aka say omo de omo nse si omo bo say omo kofano to replace obi to say Kevin De Bruyne.
Tony Cruz de ni bia.
He brings a lot. So a lot of things. Rodri Kradie say do baby no mo Pezubi Mendy. Even in the Euros at a point that Rodri enya available no. Luis de la Fuente replacing with Subimendi. Sure. And Oman said them feel Rodri absence. But what you say? And the De Bruyne story no. May sure say one that honestly Chelsea for ni benya nanka Chelsea bunu away because at a point yeni man hope Rezi no Mourinho second coming and was say guys one mono De Bruyne and Lukaku no minister group no obi awaye wadwen say ope secured playing time be I won't mean guarantee ma nti upa any ekobe bi kotwa so. The reason why De Bruyne coffee for Muani Adia in the year 2015 or joining Manchester City. 70 goals, 118 assists, 280 appearances. In terms of Player of the Season awards, he's won twice. Premier League title Okuta 6. Right? And the City story under Pep no. One key component is Kevin De Bruyne. Playmaker awards ground, so he won it 3 times. Yeah. So what you say? We the Champions League, so he's been a key member of the City story under Pep Guardiola.
In terms of club level,
and to say City forward that being they were just believing saying Kebia or bounce back to full fitness to drive them back. Sure. Or Cornelia, and you know. Yabe wishing all the best in wherever Obekwako to any career so. All right. But City will struggle to replace him.
Let us say Kofi Labi, the governor no and yetin in Kano. Ye Labi one money de na eja ninsabu nkumuso na mebe ni fanso na meko ye. Say senior nsemne drawson. Sure. Yeah.
Yes. Mama Santi bebe Kofi we na. Kofi in submission acknowledge Nuno Espirito Santo say also I come back to the Premier League after say about Wolves called Tottenham or somebody, and today we are celebrating him as the manager for the month of March in the Premier League. The story of Kevin De Bruyne in line with Coach Idia Pepe. Only say the last 2 players on my shine will be our Premier League Premier League me sure say offered me kase boba and then are Kevin De Bruyne Bebem and Mohamed Salah Bebem. These are players who made a comeback to the Premier League. Salah about Chelsea. Yenim hawa ne opportunities are where I will not want to call him at Chelsea flop because opportunities in Ankasa ama. A loan sa little copy Fiorentina ko Roma and the PM Liverpool. Sure. And sa come back na Salah the spark in his life our football. The same thing Kevin De Bruyne on also Chelsea Kuroye copy more of Wolfsburg as an about Manchester City. And you know that for the story of Pep Guardiola, since joining Manchester City, he's the only surviving member of the squad now. Pep Guardiola beto here. No the year Juma or Manchester City no. Eugene so me with that artwork now.
Yes.
Almost every player biano just like the case of Jurgen Klopp. Klopp and so by the last surviving member was Henderson. Later on nso ja hono no so koe. Na say na squad na obeto yentie. And Pep Guardiola squad no. On say ya shada aye Kevin De Bruyne and Kwani aye blue ejina mo no. Every member every team no go. And he's the last surviving member in the last 10 years. Our club a friend of Manchester City. The stats no are kono.
Okay.
Are kono for a midfielder, but the golden generation of Manchester City and then the country Belgium. The next one ko achieve with club level on the achieve nyina. But when it comes to national team level, which a one day you between so kakra and then discuss club level no. Say Manchester City a club and now winning the Premier League quite difficult. The interview is quite difficult and say yes, of course 2012 we winning title and after some the goal difference.
Sure.
Free United in some 13 United by 14 and Chelsea by 15 or more by 16 and Sana 17 Chelsea san baby.
Sure.
Ebeje last title. Since then, many Liverpool pay and I share Premier League titles.
Okay.
6 and 4 in a row. I know so an unprecedented record in the Premier League. Not even Sir Alex Ferguson and in the superstars in the team. So for 4 consecutive seasons, Obi any Premier League no kwa na woje. Alex Ferguson ya hat-trick not twice. So we winning 3 years succession.
Sure.
Or you're not twice. But when it comes to say winning 4 went man and may assure say Kevin De Bruyne with his X factor and the man Manchester City, it may yes and together with Pep Guardiola. And the story no may assure say open so hard on Manchester City ABI you blame it for disloyalty. But say Anna clubs and it just this afternoon we read the story of Ruben van Persie and was in the 8-year stay with Arsenal no quiet to say wa worry now at a point where you say na ninya ware no ho biom. He was referring to Arsenal as the wife.
Sure.
Say Arsenal any no ho biom. A few terms or them Arsenal are ready to accept. When say Arsenal had this project say only 30 years I do not give you 2 years. 1 year. Now the one say 2 sides of the story now made discussing valid ultimate emfa omonto sa case nim.
Sure.
Ika Gundogan 2 seasons ago wanted 2 years with Manchester City. Almost no way.
Sure.
Maximum between the money 1 year. He ended up at FC Barcelona. But when FC Barcelona a handicap in terms of finances and registration, now on person move free or mono. You also as make a return to Manchester City. The same player they felt say age are catching no. To man more years in the club no. They say or one of those players or bar or boy save situation their mom.
Sure.
Kevin De Bruyne today as we speak numbers no enye. Well, I see in all competitions this year, all 4 goals and 6 assists.
Sure.
Very uncharacteristic of the player near kind of 1-7. And when we say the last goal in the City colours came against Plymouth in the FA Cup. The last assist in the City colours came against Ipswich Town, almost 6.
Okay.
A relegation threatened Ipswich Town. It looks like on finding a spark, especially even against the big boys, where you would want him to come to the party. Or more a striker that needs a lot of supply to score. Because Erling Haaland born and Kassan won't say the nimbo.
Sure.
And in the finishing. Someone not top from Nobefa Bono, a Kuru Nante, to say the Lewandowski, the Bemau, Kylian Mbappe, the Bemau, Vinicius, Ontimi, Alvarez, Montimi. Net the answer for Bono to name ahead of the defender. No running any so one bulino, none finishing there or the Atumama. But Kevin De Bruyne has not been doing that for them this season.
Okay.
And all her assists now in the Premier League, these are his stats. 118 assists in Premier League. And now here the goals so I watch for the Premier League now. Watch 70 goals in 280 appearances. Now all her assists now. The man here quite significant and say on the table first Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs here 160 assists in 621 games. 621 games. Second, Frances Fabregas. On also 118 assists in 350 games. Frank Lampard, no Wayne Rooney, third. On also 114 assists in 491 games. And Frank Lampard, 112 assists in 611 games. To all had the number of games Kevin De Bruyne 118.
Fewer than more.
Far fewer.
Yes.
And even class Omano, multiplying the games by 3. In the region of 600. Now multiplying assists by 2 or by top of the Premier League in terms of all-time assists. And in baby what travel very well in the Premier League around the central midfield and as an advanced midfielder. On the dictate to control game no. So he made a return to the Premier League and a return to remember. City sideway with no disrespect to Aguero or the attackers within the range. May assure say down to Kevin De Bruyne. The Champions League, City had never won it or come home, and he was an integral member winning that trophy. Nobody had gone 4 straight titles in the Premier League. He was part of it, and he orchestrated it. So for me, not just City, and a best celebrating on just like the Premier League, even though season in day or more, across the Premier League, he will be one of those players and then Dimbe on the lips of everybody. On yet those skillful players, no, but tricky players, be 2-3. But the fact is that he will somehow get the ball past you. Call be first the ball on the sound or the sound and so finishing pass. Or the better the running path of attack and I'm gonna finish a goal. No? And also one of those trademarks he will be taken away from the Premier League. A very fine player that any other side apart from City will wish say Kevin De Bruyne in his best days Ebedon Mokalis. And Chelsea for in the last 10 years may assure say open players or my regret here 2 players yam bo mudin for comebacks Salah and Kevin De Bruyne say omu na be share Chelsea colors no e me je omo kwan say omo nya de Pep Jose Mourinho e ka kire Kevin De Bruyne say he doesn't believe he can play football emu ja na kwan ma no koy but oba e be ra City no be fa colors no he's been exceptional for the Premier League and for everything Biana City winning or can home be. Now the question we ask is say the contract be end 30th of June. We say before club World Cup best started. Sure. Group phase, and we are asking say City after the season, ebe man a fair way amanako. And now say they will add him to the squad into the club World Cup Ako started the group phase na bo and sign at 30th of June na so. I'm on the contract na I City for one bit me answer that question but clearly the internal maker say Obed Maka say disloyalty and say club he's giving them his heart and everything but at this stage in so it is not worth it because all the net squad no more he may not get the playing time he's looking for on himself on £400,000 a week It is City cannot afford a side on best rebuilding on squad to keep a £400,000 a week player on the bench, whilst they want to get money to revamp the squad now. Money, so let's celebrate him. But you see, Nyame Adumechna, Arsenal, ebenya another opportunity. But Makase, the return of Sakana Abba too late. Premier League, no Arsenal say omo Sakamo. Premier League to Liverpool. But it will be a warm-up game ahead of the midweek against Real Madrid. Now the question you ask and say, oh yeah, coach, I a friend of Mikel Arteta, who could go the same park, a venue where he played, and a manager he played under, which is David Moyes. Ober sacrifice player no, which is Bukayo Saka, to keep him fit ahead of the most important gamer or new coach no me sure so the Arsenal team no ebebo and now the mobile in his life as a manager there are games to come in the future if we're better now one but see here can say there I'm sure be one of the most if not the most important game I don't know as a manager or for club friend Arsenal that is against Real Madrid When you have your best player returning, weekend the obeshe go at the mark club friend Arsenal. Obe sacrifice and say on the bench and also. When you know the Premier League title is gone.
Sure.
And now say Odin be into a game be hugely contested because one, in the last 7 games in all competitions for Club FM Everton, Omo undefeated. The last 8 Omo undefeated until Liverpool show anu So before Liverpool game in 7 straight games no be answer ever since a manager no ever for team David Moyes. Arsenal on the road in the last 11 games and so you're undefeated.
Okay.
But this game will matter too little for Arsenal in the Premier League title race. But it is all important for Club FM Everton, which means Everton will be chasing the points. And in the likes of Tarkowski, how hard are you on defenders? Even in midweek, there's this assertion that he should have been given the red card. Sata cannot they call McAllister. Sure. Red card, no, he's very hard on players. Or you robust, need days at Burnley, need those, you say, or you one of those players are, or no any Ben me. In Chapa, no Premier League, and 2 centre backs, no, Chapa. But today, Arsenal also sweating to get players fit. Now, Gabriel, off the season. And now, even at the left back, Calafiori, and so doubt, or more game, no cry. So it is likely Thomas Partey will fit in at right back. Then Jorginho will fit in at the central midfield or defensive midfield for Arsenal. In terms of the attack, Gabriel Jesus Eniho. Kai Havertz and so out of the game. So even Trossard. So for Arsenal, in Weneri, any Martinelli are the players I say Arsenal. I try some of the best survival. Good the same part. A venue where in recent times, Arsenal 10-year results. In their last 4 games at Goodison Park, Omonia won. And 2022-2023 season, Arsenal were on top of the Premier League as at match week 21. Omu Remo Goodison Park match week 22. James Tarkowski scored the only goal to make sure that Arsenal be returning to London empty-handed. A part of the games that Arsenal we season, Omo show much recount Omu say can't be. And I club friend Manchester City if from Mochi Beji League. So going to Goodison Park, I am very sure say Arsenal will have these memories and they would want to get the results they want. But me a manager now, be make Bukayo Saka on the bench. Se game num any heated ban be 20-15 minutes be non fa be warming ahead of the Champions League game now. Nyame ado e on Tuesday against Real Madrid. Because another injury to Bukayo Saka with Gabriel missing at the back, I'm sure say Arsenal found almost have a shot monum I come more so. And that will be the end of their season in all competitions for them because already Premier League title they are out, FA Cup or Muniho, League Cup or Muniho, and the Champions League is the only realistic and even realistic in America against Real Madrid. Sure. Or realistic chance now against Real Madrid, which somehow can nullify it with just one fixture. Okay. In the 2-header now on Bebono. So a sorry state for Arsenal ahead of the Real Madrid game. And me manager now. I will not worry Bukayo Saka. Keep him on the bench. Okay. Wait around 70th minute more. No. Game no more any heated sir. You introduce him to warm himself. Now or the Rome or Champions League. No. But Barca for do some more big game. Okay. But it's an opponent that worry them.
Anthony
almost last 7 games, almost you're undefeated. Only one drawn game in all competitions. The draw was even against the draw was even in the Europa League. Sure. And Barca also has an eye on the Champions League now or in midweek against Dortmund. The reason Arsenal is Barca careful going into this game. I'm sure. Say somebody unicorn and one of those falla games and said yeah on body gum.
But I say Scandino no any attaining can yes head of sports and programs manager. Boss wa waji asasine jaho say one ko aje asasina malangas no guso. Akwaji ya mi enche obe. Langas guso engine so. Boss go yes.
Arsenal for the was one cuz I'm my season mudada. That is all
still be an more here say need that.
Yes, Arteta say Arsenal next season I am there around the
Arteta they say debut together. Arsenal this season debut together. This season name say by now.
Yeah.
Arsenal team be 10 points.
Yes.
Season yeah City hu so. Na Liverpool so no more started with an slot.
Sure.
Some could be at the league man Arsenal be a 10-point gap. But this is Arsenal.
Sure.
Yes. This is Arsenal.
So
this season,
no team nje come ka say United started pay.
Ebia next season, the Ebia Arsenal. Ebia yes ahead of the season. Arsenal not to win the Premier League. Arsenal not to win the Premier League.
Sure.
I'm saying no mum but Arsenal to win the
win the menye so say Arteta crowd bit me akasa. So be we asigha. I should be him say next season na Arsenal dia.
Debi Arsenal for mutu
mu fancy chances and say yes Pep Guardiola is Pep Guardiola. He will come back season also or not.
See on paper what trigger the clause to renew with one more season
sure.
Or next season.
The squad no will need to revamp. You will need to revamp the squad. Number 2, who remo Liverpool? And likely say Liverpool Belusu, Salah, and maybe
Van Dijk
and Trent. Trent the NNC
Trent the
and Salah so if that 3 players in every one, and a slot will have to go through the eye of the needle to get his squad to perform because a key area so your striker, your center back, your right back, and every team.
Sure.
In the last 9 years, what did this season count? Tenor. The most performing players, it was squad me 3 players. Who you goalkeeper now? Alisson Becker, Freeman. As 3 players, yeah, all
right.
So Arsenal with a striker or finishing touch, said the artist Arsenal could go in for Ebikwa, Alexander Isak, or even Jokeres
sure.
at the number of sporting striker. AB and Arsenal be fancy the chances. Say Omo and a be favorite for the Premier League.
Okay, says Candino and I attend Kano. Govi
Clifford Cheba for Junior. Or the message be about or see Kofi Musiala is also injured. We need a miracle this season. So I think on Wednesday Bayern a boy against Inter.
Yes, a big game. Almost will be as soon anyway.
Send me the because I game no predicted.
All right,
Tino. It ran the no munkwa. Obi baby to the Clifford. Say league there. League there omo ma jewi.
I asem
league no Bundesliga. And we cry o ma sa 3-1 against
so almost started. Yes, Osborg nya first goal. Na am ka betia.
The league need any problem. But Champions League cry there. See em for munka team say beat me win who.
Bayern they be amaka home favorites.
Oh, Bayern with Vincent Kompany there. Oh, now they need to Luis Enrique, Hansi Flick, Ancelotti mo.
But in terms of teams a bit my win anya dey out the Bayern.
Yeah, Bob training found kan ho dia. Go e chire pa.
Mate. All right. Yen tenem rana yemra ma meto aso we san say efisem no so eno so edoso ha de tie ne say Ghana Premier League no Monday 26 this weekend the beba so na ni nyina ne say matches ni nyina ne officiating officials no yensa ka enti no yen tenem ra ye ba na che say ya ba be wura mafisem de yensa ka ni nyina no ya bomodin de amama na afi ya semidi ka eno so atumi ato aso ye ba so sia na afi no ya ka bia de amamo
ensana lubinasha no manabo ensa bem no
amuzu bitters
você
amuzu
bitters Twaso
apomode mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture apomode mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture
Unia, Pavi, and a black smokes mixture no malaria dronana. Ani, say nam sa, ubeje di sa menim wife nyina ye tested positive. Ya num bie no. Say a ku malaria money nyina. Am ye nyina ye negative. Ade ho. Won na wo ye Hyper Plus mixture no. And wodi we nsu aba. Sentia. E was say immune system. E strong de bia. Enti Pavi
e support immune system no.
Na plus mox no so e tu malaria no gu. Malaria symptoms. Et say etipaye, afiafie, wonum ato, ahomre no msa. Achekura 4 days. Na Pavi and the plus mox mixture. Wanom no e tu malaria na se kura. Anya sa ade ko hu doctor. Fra 0542 778572 and 0542 807907. My dear Grenady Pa Pavi Plasmox and Hyper Plus Nina. A painful about or more manufo and Quadawan in Field in Camp or pharmacists and hair bar shop.
FDA aje Jodian Cratuyatu.
Hey, Opani, Mashusha watch, Perfect series books here. Oma me koto obi ma me ma no. O wajajai. Abua wo mo say what making kind kama. Wa kabrofo. Na nkontabu akura de ejajai.
Wonderful. Mese Ghana for GAJ Perfect series. Atumo no de jai. No de animdifuo ene tre wa nwoma bia. Owo crèche, nursery, any KG, books bia bi. And owo science, creative arts, maths, RME, history, coloring, computing, OWAP. Ni nyina. Every basic 1, ekosi basic 6. English every basic 1 equasi junior high school ne ban combine so a owoni nyina bi English nom ane maths nom me say books bia ni ho a perfect series any bi na GS ane naka enso am approval enti obata bia nkoto bi mane ba
na say we de school bi kura betumi akotu akoton am ni students o
na eno kura de wo table no so say hwi wo mo say set mock exams terminal exams and midterm exams at the mass school so a ehia wo mo a etufo nko putuaja station hwa enkran danso man first stop any omamu ba bia yetonto books bia for 0243 299938 and 0540 755 465 perfect series.
Your world's future is secured.
Opese wo kwa brochire kwa yedwuma ana wo kosua de emfo ni nkyere ba bia esanse Yojima Travel and Consult abama se wo bebo wa mo akontuo ho nhihye ye beye fofofo Yojima Travel and Consult ma akontuo ye simple kra esanse wo kanyumaku akukudamwe wo mayi mu adi amanfo tu kwan no ho enanu ya Ghana Tourism Authority abo na yabaso se 2024 best traveling agency in Ashanti region enna wo modimbonti Yojima Travel and Consult Edin Kwada wo bo homodin pa wadisuam nansu sikasemunti watifie toto no akọ Canada brichmemu a wo koto wa adisua so enti se wo pese wo kọ Canada UK USA ana Asian country bia so no Yojima Travel and Consult beyen krata asem nyina ma say ye visa passport birth cert hotel any flight reservation obeyen nyina kama ma bra Yojima Travel and Consult eneya na yemfiri wa kwantuo krata asem no ho hyehyeye ma Oben Yojima Travel and Consult wo Kumasi North Central so ena Obuasi Zongo Yak Towers and now be fresh 0552 098 298 Yojima Travel and Consult wa kwantuo mu boafo
for free. Provident Insurance Bama Quentua on Dessa. If January equals March 2025. What do we insurance on some shop Provident Insurance and sa? Some will renew and now we are for Penya, Chadia P. Emufua coupons and a Provident Sovereigns Papa B. And to attend only and WhatsApp assistant or buy and chat is here 024 242 6396. Obeso to out over to me Swakwa and 15 branches. Yet to a particular and a mobile. Over to me Sunny brokers and I agents in the mobile this was. Janami and Sunny na Provident Insurance as some Ghana man some power Makonia Badi wa Wabambo Massa special for you for Kaisan Shaka
With Provident, man, you're covered.
Yeah, my TFO Nina Kwa Baba Amuzu Herbal Clinic. Na ye the Dobia Belfriend Amuzu P Herbal Mesha. A dra Ubi or Jones Emu Papa ye, Bemo Jones or Tia womb. Bema bi otija wanka so ni bema numu bema odunso moja anase bema odunso ni moto tro na free bema numu ba we ni hawa wo hu a edura mekan fama ono ya amuzu p heba mesha obi se doctor medware wi a na hu na me hene ebu onso wa se mbo bi se huko dwie na me hu na mani so hu sa ade no so amuzu p na mekan fo ama obi se doctor medwonso a na mu ache minu we na musen edwonso wi na bia kam na ma ya susu ya me ya uhu sa oha ya mekan ya edura mekan fo ama ono ya amuzu p heba mecha odwonso moja anase odwonso no eni nya fe ni etum anase eni yeko anase pampa ya anu o shepa de dwonso na echi se sa ha no na ohu a edura mekan fo ama ono ya amuzu p heba mecha ebia na oti ya ontohwe no mu ya na ya oya onya amuzu pi no mu a sa ha ni nyina beko na obabi so a otie mi a insasa agi na kosua kuma aboso anase pampa a mema ye mpei agina hemfi aboso nsuo basa egu ka ho so wasa haw na amuzu p na mekanfo amaw bia no de odepo na hawa menne sebi ukotwa askan yesi wanya PID eninti oni ukunu hia ne nsuo nyinaa ba bontene manye se hu ye ya de amawa amuzu p na beboawo ngika ya tata usa ma wanya bleeding busume ba kon utumi bu nsa impremu oba wasa haw no amuzu p na mekanfo amaw oba ebu onso ni kunu hia eyaw nko anoti onti dese kapre woso mekanfo amuzu p amaw no mwe na sa haw ne nyinaa ko edura meka ho asem ho nye dene ne buoso nye dene okọ herbal shop pharmacy biara obenye bi etu no anya bi ato kumasi ha okọ dani herbal Mr. Bapidan ko mutu besentombi opa amuzu pi un se mise bia frena ma 0247 776743 amuzu herbal clinic Mauji Hiochalo.
Bema wo Johnson ni mu pai ebikam eyawo eni moja edi akira ana wote mpampan ewo Johnson n'echi ensansa gu bema no edura ebeboa eni amuzu pi oba obam no wote mpampan bone ewom ensuo bi fifiri mu ba etoda emu ekekawo edura ebeboa eni amuzu pi ubenya bi ewo pharmacy ne herbal shops nyinam
ensana lubina shano manabo and some pain no amuzu bitters. What's it? Amuzu bitters.
Amuzu bitters. This is a better sweet marvelous sweet. Just say me who the American dynamic hot Friday.
Mubi akwa ba biem de tie ne se ye traso e Royal Sports no so on se yaba no ye de afisem no e de ba ena anwumre na afi bibia nso atimi akoye ne mum ya no ahye no nso ese de tie ne se ebeneja ba consult na anwumre o mo se ye mfanto anim se de fearsome 3 o mo de aba Hepa Plus Pavi ene Plasmos no o no num bi na afi o general well-being no esi kama e de ama nipa de obomoden eno nom de fearsome 3 Hepa Plus Pavi ne Plasmos ni bia de bia abonse ho den kama ebeboa ma immune system no etimi boost no na afi ne ma etimi akoyi sanso no na wankasa no benya hoden na de bia adwuma bia no watimi de aye sadia do ni padua no ama wankasa no nante a wonso mu aye dududu a eye de fearsome 3 Hepa Plus Pavi and Plasmos eno boa na afi ni nyina no etimi akoyi hye nso se be bia tuntun nro bia no uremu a Hepa Plus Pavi and Plasmos no onsa ebetimi akabe ne momo de wo pebia tu e de go pharmacy ana say ba shopper 0542 778 572 0542 778 572 ana say 0542 807 907 0542 807 907 eno ebeneja ba consult ani nyina eno so etimi akono yamani etifie no mo de breye kama na bibia ekoso entini sese na bapamo omo so de covid ni wo biem opese wo ba o maso ye ebeto niema na afi niema koya bra tafo 3 miles sakasaka park n'animu hɔ a store no sakasaka park no me se n'animu hɔ no mo no abrosan ne so ne fom no ya loading niema ne ma oba obɛbɔ modern na afi de wo pe bia no onsa timi aka sɛ ye mobile phone sɛ ye laptops sɛ ye fans awodo sɛ ye TVs any air conditions awodo no onsa be kan bi jari niema no me se kokope bi kitchen niema na me ka no sanso ene ntare mpaboa ene niema wo de besiesie wo ni pedua no benya bi edem niema efri empa nkonwa wardrobe sawodo ne cabinet sawodo ni nyina no eye abapamo ene ebomoden ede ama de wo mo ne se omde abapa portable washing machine abapa portable washing machine no ne bo na efopa 399 Ghana cedis we ne for enru 400 cedis we 400 a cedi ba ko onsabe kana afi wo de ato kwan susunum na afi no wo de akai ese metu susu bi wa ha entie no eye abapa portable washing machine no labi agibi esanse eno no eye pa wo de siniema ebe siniema bia na afi atwa ni correct na niema atimi akoso kama nti omo se de tie ne se washing machine baby a wo bia wo to a ye be deliver ne kama e de amount emfa won ne baby a wo e wo Ghana ha ebeba weekend ni adum yin ma anya hobo ani ye enka olma ye nka me de Hepa Plus live band kutua so nemom no eye de ya eye no ho na watwe de no eye de ya eye no ho Dr. Eben beba no ye de ho nkomonti Hepa Plus live band no se wo ye eye se ye wedding se ye crusade open quality sound e wo program na se a eye Hepa Plus live band and I know monso no etimi atokese na bibia nso no etimi akoye kama hya no so se numbers no ofre for abapa shopping mall and afin so no Hepa Plus live band and the etiene say washing machine nyina no ebe direct wo de wakọ eye 0593 386 133 0593 386 133 and say 0593 391 848 na afi no woni mpanimfo so no abonkomo na bibia nso atimi akoso kama de etiene say Dr. Amuzu ene de Amuzu garlic bitters ede aba we no enye se nsan ne momono we eye garlic ene ode aye nuro watwetwe garlic mu niema ene ode aye aduru a ebuo ni pedua no unan no nsa eta etitiriti oya ade ne wakoma ball periperi eto da bia wo ho si utrase pegya uti a weni so nyina ye utum na light nkitinkiti bi titiwum obeka se o eniema nkui umoja no fat wo no eno ye friend blood lipid adolson anti circulation ni nkui ekoba ne se ya wanhwe ya adachi bia no ebetimi ama wo fa adwojo enti ese ononom Amuzu garlic bitters ni bi ebeboa ma bibia timi akoso o kasa gu nipa so no otwe ne ho ekọ na chi a ese wu se enum pampan no ebi wo so ese ononom Amuzu garlic bitters ni bi ebeboa ma bibia nso atimi akoye kama saade agini pedua na fa de bia wo gina scale so ye ka che so weight no osoro exercise wuntimi nye to da bia wadidie no kwasan didi anadwo a ese ononom Amuzu garlic bitters ni bi ebeboa ama bibia nso atimi akoso to asentine ne na atwem anase infections agini pedua na fa ekoba ne sa na immune system ne wo fom nonom Amuzu garlic bitters ebeboa ama bibia nso atimi akoso ya no ahye no so ese ba bia tonton ro Ghana mamu abia no obenya Amuzu garlic bitters ni bi na afi won so atimi ato o pese won doctor edi nkomo ewo aduro ne ho anase problem bia ho a eya no ahye no so se number no eye 0247 776 743 0247 776 743 eno eye Amuzu Herbal Clinic ene di ura ne yeka Dr. Amuzu asem no nyankopon bo akwasiada eye 6 April 2025 Dr. Amuzu say oye free prostate screening ede ama mema bema on se ubegyina wona so no wadimu se bema o prostate no ene be ye adwumade ama wo enti ye tie ne se free prostate screening no koso kama ama ne yema ne nyina atimi akoyi enti Dr. Amuzu na so ye wo ye tie ne se tafunhia ye so Amuzu junction no ho na Sunday oye free prostate screening no ede ama emema nyina se be ye beboa na bibia nso atimi akoso nti wo ye bema na wotimi nkan na anwumre eto de bia ojonso emu pai mienu eto de bia jonso de okakra bia no ayase eye o ya ese wo wani kirem ewo Amuzu Herbal Clinic eno ewo tafunhia ye so Amuzu junction ho na kwasiada Dr. Amuzu nso no eye free prostate screening no etimi edema ma bibia nso no etimi ekoso open screen ho ensembise bia Dr. Amuzu ne number no eno a na esa ofre 0247 77 67 43 0247 77 67 43 na afi one Dr. Amuzu atwetwe nkomo na afi ni nyina no etimi akoso kama ye wie na afi ya ba fie no eye GKB Construction and Logistics ene na enwumere me kamfo dia ma wo opese wankasa no wo flow wo dan so men konkobodua na akwa akodwira gu akora bi so ede nsema ba me se omo ankasa wo ne ma omode beba na afi omode abehyehyɛ ne kama na oma bo flow no ede ama wo sanso ana wo de o penchensen papa ede abɔ wo dan so say ye long span say ye self lock say ye RBR na say wo de o pese enchensen no ye ade a ye friend say estimate de mawa ye be ni free ede ama wo IBR no ye be ye free estimate no ede ama wo wood fabrication for roofing eno so no ye be ba behwe enua na e bia pese odi edi dwuma na wo de bon chensen na ye be ba behwe na bibia nso otimi akoso de tie ne say GKB properties nso ho ehonom no me pacho yeton fully finished houses efia bibia wom say we de wo ye ya bag no na wotwe na de aba wo bibia wom okọ ya ye wo do bag si wa na no aduane esan say ya connect gas dada enye free na wotwe wodrop agukiem na akaka driver tobo na wo bo amena mu ama hwe ya wo bo ma hwe there bi GKB properties ese omo ofia e fully finished enti o bomoden na waba na yama obi ato na nso waba betenem sanso ne wo fia yensi nwiye ena nsase awo don so no enso etimi ewo ho wonso no wo ebi edan anasa asase na pese oton a me ba cho wonso ebetimi ayere kama e de ama o yaso ye no ewo Santasia Pre yes Santasia Pre eya no awi akira kwan ye numbers no eye 0246 248 275 0246 248 275 and I said 0201 366 600 0201 366 600 no GKB Constructions and Logistics and an enumere no me bomoden e dia to anim say ono omo nso no ebetimi ato kese na chese bibia nso no etimi akoso ekwama da ho enti ye ba na afi ye fisem ni nyina no ye dia bremo kama kuzesa bakomo nyina nso etimi ekoso kamade tie ne se empanifo awudo pina no akasa e de afa games a omo eba bebo no ho ama bibia nso etimi akoyi on se de tie ne se matches bekoso weekend we e wo Ghana Premier League no Monday 26 na ye hwe animu se ebeba so e wo Ghana Premier League no matches ni nyina e Sunday yes matches ni nyina e Sunday nti o join ni Facebook na the woman say Nations and a Monday Nations and a Karela United and a Monday name no o check here rest of the matches no nyina a Sunday enti ekobane say aye hwem na afi referees a omo ba be ginam na games a wo do no abaso no yemo boso Dreams FC ebe hosti bibia ni Gold Stars e wo tuba AstroTurf neno ana oru ani din e de Julian Nunu obeye center referee e de ama sa game no na afi Alex Osman aye line 1 na afi Abdullahi Abdul Salam enso aye de tie ne say line 2 na fourth referee no aye Maxwell Wusu match commissioner no Jacob Amagate ono ebe ginam na afi bibia nso no etimi akoso Heart of Lions any Asante Krokrobia ebetu kwan awuram ewo Kpando enti ebeba so ewo Kpando Sports Park stadium na park oh okay Kpando Sports Park eho na beba referee din ede Hasim Yakubu ebe ginam a center referee na afi line 1 no aye Theophilus eye Akugre na line 2 no so no aye set ableto fourth referee ne Emmanuel Graham ono ene beboa ma bibia nso atimi akoso MC no James Odum ono nso ebebo moden na bibia atimi akoyi Doma Aduana Stars betena fie ewo Nana Jimambedu the first park na afie omo game no omabo e de atia Vision FC die wo no ene se Foster Basios center referee assistant referees no Emmanuel Dolagbanu ebe jam na afie nso no Halilu Al-Hassan enso abomoden na afie no waye ye kan line 2 adwuma no na fourth referee no Franklin Akumate match commissioner no chese Tasemedo Osmani ono nso ebe jinam Tasemedo Osmani ene beye match commissioner edi amasa game no Young Apostles ene Legon Cities ebe todwa ewo Wenchi Sports Complex center referee Latif Abdul Adari papa ne be jinam na fe wadi referee no wura we unim referee di pa line 1 no Ali Timwaba ana afe nso line 2 no ebe Sulemana Salaudin fourth referee no Nathan Anafo ana afe match commissioner no Abubakari Abdul Ganiyu omo ana be kwakwe sa game no so Hearts of Folk the Continental Club Masters any Mediama Sporting Club edi be bom ewo Accra Sports Stadium venue no say asamba ho Accra Sports Stadium Dr. Moro Alasan and I say Moro Osman Dr. Moro Osman center referee ma game no Richard Nante line 1 and afi Isaac Odum line 2 fourth referee no Prince Okoto Ntiamwa and a match commissioner no Richard Idrisu ono so ebekwa akore so Nations any Karela Monday the woman no and say ebetodwa Dr. Kwame Chi Sports Complex referee Maswa Hansen for Nations game no ebeye de pa assistance ne Michael Alumi and afin so no Yaya Ashikwe Mensa fourth referee Moro Ijisu and a match commissioner ne Michael Atadazi omobekwa koresa game no so Baseke Holy Stars any Brekum Chelsea the bebom ewo Ampain yes Ampain the second sports arena the tennis Gideon Ni Kofi ebe jirem a center referee Kwesi Brobe ebe line 1 na afi kene Twenebu Akodua line 2 fourth referee no Lord Nete match commissioner Michael Aye ono ebe buana ne matimi akoso Samatex ebe hosti side and din ade Accra Lions won Century Sports Arena kufila bia kase ya na wani akosi wo pa the tennis center referee no Robert Mose line 1 no Ernest Akate and afi Al-Hassan Abdullahi and so ebe line 2 na afi fourth referee no Ayaba Ibrahim match commissioner Dawson Amwa we mono any officiating officials are almost ebo modern na bibia timi akoyi on say meka kire o say Asante Koroko ebe wurem ewo efokrom pando na afi omne Heart of Lions edi akwakobom sa game a eba so no head coach and din edi Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum awboabo akotoko ye etu kwan edi awuram ewo pando ni nyina no wachirem edi achense nchirofo.
It's going to be a long journey traveling from here to Pando. We are likely to spend about 8 hours on the road, and if you look at the physical nature of the game we just played, energy sapping, but then we have to travel. So we've managed our recovery training very well, and we are hoping that we'll get there early and then have some rest before the game. So we are ready, and we want to keep the momentum, the tempo going. So we are very ready.
Otec 102.9 FM.
Right, enti sanete Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum ena edisa ansem we no edi atuja anse second round we Asante Koroko mo quest se omo beje Ghana Premier League na no wo ho eno na Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum pa kire se waka kire boys ni se no aggressive se no ball no se ni breso eno omo ball no so omo pese omo G League na se omo ball hard esan se opponents no mia omo nso ntamu na afi omo no mabebo Dr. Ogum on nsenke a oni boys na kanini.
Playing away in the Ghana Premier League, it's all about you being aggressive on the field, keeping to a very good defensive structure. I think in some of the games, even away, the odds were in favor of us. I remember when we went to certain venues, to play. We scored first, but then we somewhere along the line lost our focus on the field in terms of our defensive organization, and then that led to us either losing or drawing. But then we've looked at some of these things, and then we've trained on them, we've shown them videos, and the second round is said that the dynamics of playing away is always different because teams are trying to get points to win the league or to stay in a respectable position or move out of relegation. So we've told the players all these things and they've come to understand. So I'm sure this trip, their body language will be different compared to the previous away matches we have played.
Sure, enti Asante Korokoko Chanidin the Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum and what this answer me to Jana Urem the opposite team Asante Korokono Mobeboa Pando Heart of Lions eno ena Uranidin added the Etienne say Bashir Hayford Papa ne say no kwasemnie he said the Lumba born nyum say any daso ho mu biano the same thing no catch boys no say any daso ho league no enye say bi obi ba beka ese Heart of Lions omu ntimenye so omo yire omo ho no omo ye adwuma ne gege points na aka ni nyina Heart of Lions ye mo league ni wie no omo so betimi age amane dia yeyi Bashir Hayford ni nsem ni
it's not over because the team that is leading is 4 points. When somebody leads you 10 points, even you are able to struggle and catch him. So if it is 4 points, it's not over. We will still struggle and see what we can do.
Sure, inti it's not over. Eno coach Bashir Hayford and this answer ni na eba big game bekoso ewo de tie say takwa Accra Sports Stadium. Yes. Heart of Folk any Mediama Sporting Club. Say managers ne kasa nemo Manyas ye diemu Anyas Ibrahim Tanko ene kasa say game omne ha say be no boys no so mo so etimi ye adwuma say be ye beboa amane amanyina timi akoso Tanko ni nsem.
The next game is Accra House of Folk. We are preparing very well so that we will get our points over there as well. Definitely we are going to prepare very well and then go and face them. One goal down definitely is not good morale for them, and I think we are going to use that as a motivation for our team so that we will get something out of there.
All right, enti sanete Ibrahim Tanko Anyas and Abomoden ede san semini nyina no ede aba na sa game na ye kan ho asem na Heart of Folk ede rate for a year the etienne say game omni media me ba be bon almost a popular stand 30 cedis center line 50 lower VIP 80 Ghana upper VIP 100 Ghana and at the etienne say VVIP and so no 150 inti Heart of Folk back ewa Accra Sports Stadium nti na Hearts for amoti and Kafrin kan no mahye no so except mo be kona afi Continental Club Masters and so no makwa akota wo machi ama bibia nso no etimi akoye kama ye ba fia na afi ya ba bedi nkomo ama bibia nso etimi akoye say
wala si
ensem ni gu ho local ensem no
sure
yeah gu ho
mama starting free house of
okay
definitely I want to heat any pressure I will be brave mo game because of the last 3 weeks has results amanya Premier League no coach Watara so Otiase say last season na SOS silver season for us and anybody will pardon him for results are obe produce but this particular season why you pre-season no one started with season there your results will be measured and there will be a correlation between results I will produce and how supporters any manager every perceive you whether you're a good coach or otherwise. CCA has for a year one of those clubs are very inconsistent with results league league no kotoko enya bad times after starting league no kakra and kotoko US by results no beje no kakra but a bit consistent when it comes to results in recent games but has no money one fine game be no money another results be up to us no has a off bay 2 and so no massa be na Ibrahim Tanko one of those managers for me a bit more Ghana ha why lucky pa adwuma no wonya bia even with national side yeah in Galaxy a lot of times our better team no amanfo bebree believe say the performance we just supposed to know with the managers be about with the same Galaxy now. A can't be naive in quite prominence ne ye that Galaxy num champ tournament num akofom club level yenim of Accra Lions team any how results will produce the more no anye a delightful one for the project and on person mo ye no when you another opportunity with Mediama which is for me the most recent leagues there but the most top club and I say best club wonya e league num ankasa. One thing is for sure. Mediama, sorry to say I'm not being racist, but even with white coaches, Oba no one produce results I ombeja okwan. On tiasie say ne djuma wonya o Mediama no. Say likely say if Nensa not too many teams never consider no as a top or a serious coach. Minim so what point na say when ya a lot of opportunities we say onya adwuma no this time kwa there from baby oja any baby okoe no elevating no from Accra Lions Legon City say wa ba benya club e friend na Mediama a top club for you any league na nkasem so when timia making account like wa ma na adwuma oye na show an kire say sebi wodim the oya sometimes one person oye a bit charitable on a manager who use ne players at his disposal no. Okay. Tie bi abe say obi te say Nuno Espirito Santo or te Nottingham Forest. Even with Forest players na adwuma awoye and ye chese bi onya Man City players na and onya Liverpool players na obey top job. But most of them ebenya top job no na wa kire say sebi em say either so untimi manage the pressure at the top level no. But ni try ye Mediama one team anything you need as a manager in order to work will be provided for you. Players were in terms of remunerations, any salaries, any salary no, you say unprovided for their coaches, top level ones. So the game against Accra Suffolk will be a very huge one for him. A very huge one for him. Sure. Yenim has any Mediama dynamics in recent times. Has a struggle to beat Mediama. Last season, I think Omune Kweshe has a Fugawa Accra Sports Stadium. Yes,
sure, last season.
And Sana has mum return leg, no. As we now resource editor. But this game, one of those games are all eyes will be on the two managers. Whether Abubakar Watara able to me I show ne money nim as a manager and San Obe has a folk no. And now say House of Folk difficulties no will continue. So omuwo se ne betwaso and possibly a twaso so na has a year in one free league race no mu ano no. Yes, started second round. Me sure say na house for ni bebre e wa adwene bi say league no enye done. And House of Folk enye too far away from say ombetimi asate relish say ombetimi league na mana yi. Okay. But see baby house do omo gina no. A difficult say ye ka league na say ma omo enye wi nyame adoma weekend there omo betimi a pride omo say ombepe league no unse kotoko a very difficult grounds a ground where House of Folk eko for tower has score ho kolusui that was the second game has boy e will league no. Okay. After say omo lusu to Baseke Holy Stars no mo call ho mo sa kolusu ye so kotoko with their current form any Heart of Lions so current form you cannot be too sure say Kotoko bet may win all the 3 points. If has a person catch up will top now. Okay. This is a must win game for Accra Folk. Unfortunately for them, has attackers are not firing. Has attackers one of those players I'm sure say Obi has supposed to be hugely disappointed when Omo Eba Nations Eba before more striker a 3 years and one. I think he scored 12 goals at Nations last season. It will league 11. Nuwa has folk not own to a hitman after leaving Nations. Abe has folk team expecting that say or up the game no cost or change or ball Nations no. After the game no kwano say assist to say goals so on sure that you involve or has folk play papa. One of those ABR department in House of Folk game now. Eddie Omako for because has for me, almost strategic signings. Has signing a goalkeeper because they had goalkeeping issues.
Sure.
And Omako for Olympics for goalkeeper. And in this case, here I can say national goalie, national number 1, Benjamin Asare, Edenabai, has had problems in the midfield. Me believe say after Benjamin Ifutu has no more solve our problems of defensive midfield area. Almost the players be bring now, but including even Salim, of course in Senate Sambaye, but that boy Hussein, born Obama has a folk no. ABR or smallish in terms of the body, but in terms of might, any ability or a top.
Okay.
Obo game no pa. The has almost our problem none one. At the back, has had problems with centre back issues. Kwedu Adam Koi, as I know baby, has had problems. Nay, Kevin Osesibi on the injury say Unifrim getting to the latter part of last season. And San Oba back has signing Amufa from Go Stars at the nearby. Esani Adraman.
Okay.
And if you go stars at the nearby. And has who say they cannot rest the team on the shoulders of the young boy called Hamza Isa. No mkofa a free year samabwa by. Of all the players amabu mudin, almost every player amabunidin as solve the issue has for whom you are going fight by.
Okay.
Adraman is playing so well. Amufa anytime when your opportunity above for House of Folk Wabuyi. Hussein is playing well. But goalkeeper Benjamin Asare is keeping so well. But a free year samabwa numbers no for a striker for House of Folk, a club, open league, with almost history, tradition, and everything. A league in there.
Okay.
I'm sure sir, he's a player. Has for turn by a team no didn't no a lot will depend on him. Say going into the game against Mediama, say has been a BBF free more. A bit depending how the attackers will fare because just like Yeka Benjamin Asare no, almost Kamaldeen. I will also call Black Stars.
Sure.
Say he's playing as a fullback for Club FN Mediama. He's more central or midfield. But in the last 2 seasons, from Champions League, BC this season now, he's playing at the right back position at the moment. So just like the camp, the fever, the atmosphere, clout now, Benjamin Asare different national team over, honestly be free over. Just that when opportunity and starting games now more. But Mediama a very good team and has another difficult weekend playing against Mediama. I don't see House of Folks on me and 3 points in
okay.
A year takwa. Probably a beer, a draw. The has last 4 games. A win against Young Apostle. And the Dreams, surprisingly, a Koshe has home. After that, na has go Stars. A ball draw.
Sure.
And now ye club a friend a year nations. Esa to a House of Folk Accra. Ekoshe in the last 4 games. Who extending the last 5 the FA Cup and the Kanwa. In the last 5 games has a shot 1.
Sure.
I draw 1 because Golden Cakes a you move from FA Cup. To the no Kanwa by extension 5 games has 1 win and 1 draw. And the reason at your more free the league standing and so any their question with my winning league because in 5 Premier League games 15 points OPK 4 there's nowhere say nya na other top of team still are not in contention for the league. So if Has wants something good from this particular weekend so mutiminya sa points ni nyina for Kumasi Asante Kotoko
sure
Demonza sorry
changing my identity.
Say yes, starting baby are not say well that's a difficult game.
Sure.
Very difficult game. Bashir Hayford. Any Pando Heart of Lions na Ankasa no. Coach no any club ni nyina no. Anytime they play Kumasi Asante Kotoko. There's something special in terms of motivation for club no.
But say no on say Kotoko ba be Pando but on last training session omo ye wada Kojachi won say coach Ugum. Any boys in kasa any technical team ni nyina adakojache no nti
sure
Facebook adaso oba obenya bi ahwe ha wa Kotoko coaches ne players ne kasa no
sure
na che say kasa ni nyina na no nso na mase say
yeah wala said na unse obo voice na coach H him say was psyche boys up and or show more. Sa game we ankasa no help boys na mentality and no more spirit was so. Wakachi almost say though now your game they will have to travel on the road. Ombedi be 8 hours and say no ma hit pando. Omudru honman to say omo recovery no kra no. Na so omo ye na kakra bia wa because they will be on the road for about 8 hours.
Yeah.
We ogum we nya resource it will be no excuse. Go Stars travel from BBN between Kumasi and Koi, Omokofa draw.
Sure.
A lot of teams are called on Omonya Bibi Kakre film. So the distance will not matter if we're in resource now. But said in America now, two entities and 2 departments, coach, you know, something against Kotoko when he's playing against them. And they say, Bibi Bonnie, but to win against Kotoko as a manager, Biano, the mount. And now having coach Kotoko, any free Kotoko, the comments and those things and some free Kotoko no, you want to motivating a time be our bar against Kotoko. And I then so in quote a share Kotoko for before any time be a mobile against coach a friend Bashi Evod.
Okay.
Or yeah, one of those managers I can say on your opportunity with sorry to say non-entity that be any right word. On your opportunity with players who are not up there.
Okay.
Up and coming players.
Sure.
Young players, youthful players. Kotokona on 2 occasions. Why they are more. On your youthful players are that zeal to player. With me, a coach you very well and almost express your money. Sa players na express your money. Again, almost our top experienced players our squad.
Sure.
Almost experienced players our squad. Obi Junior at House of Folk, no one yet one of those players I be count on. Though Onyan House of Folk playing time, no, ultimately blame will be but in terms of numbers, Edu Webina or she has this no has for them. But these are hands are Omura more House of Heart of Lions, coach needs so very well. Aban, the defender na last season. No, she goes the moment.
Okay.
Ebe establishing as one of those players in the team. This particular season, manager no because of the only local league. And in terms of experience, I think say he will stand out in the Premier League. See, a coach is not coach Premier League. No, I'm not sure there's any manager in terms of experience he accumulate to a Premier League. No, be better a league. And for me, this particular fixture will determine whether Kotoko will still have their way. I will league in some winning league. You know. Okay. Players like Peter Amidu Akwa. Unse Kakra, he's fighting for position. I'm very happy about it. Say, coach, you know, I'm gonna who say you cannot keep on playing the same way you play every weekend and still have a rest assured position. Say, oh, Baby red team number.
Sure. For
Obi to say Samba O'Neil, you have to be on top of his game. He's a very good defender.
Sure.
But he need to be top because sa venue no one an intimidating venue. Omoko stadium pa. Omo game no.
Sure.
And a stance no one of those newly constructed pitches no. Stance no ben pitch no. It omo effect of fans no Aba stadium no will be felt on the pitch.
Sure.
Say omo at one of those hostile venues in our league now. Ebi obenya binyame adumech na. Between the 2 goalkeepers, minimum which one Kotoko will go for. But obviously, Ebe Kamara, me did say on the depo no more. Ebe Yama Kumasi Asande Kotoko. At the back, Ajiti, Ebia, he is not that player now because in the last 2 seasons, Kotoko backline players on my issue, but he got a go against Chelsea.
Sure.
So it will spare him to produce more of the performance now or the moment. But in film is where Kotoko will have to take command.
Sure.
Who take a commander or strikers are always on the alert, expecting that ball no beba. Or Mayfield mum crambola, your forwards will have to fall deep into Mayfield to defend. Or mobile boy Mayfield doesn't defend you Ajabona and some umbe resibeko, umbe resiako as I expected a ball no beba Abian energy no. Subbed already. Said the coach Neka say game and an energy sapping game against Chelsea. A lot to be taken from your players and Sana Benya winner when you win because Chelsea will give you a match of your life. And that is how it happened. Going into this game, Kotoko midfielders, this boy Intimenu, he should understand that games like this, opposing players will provoke you.
Sure.
Provoke you. Nansa wahena as a temperament, something that as a Kotoko checking. Even before Eko trigger on so atremai, or one of those players has a Nekokonon, Bibikitu Webina, while reacting to game. At venues where supporters influence, it may be refugees so an officiating official so. Okay, yes, you cost your team for nothing.
Okay.
So the Kotoko midfield and the defense, must be resolute, and the attackers, I'm very happy
okay,
coming back into Kotoko's lineup to play for Kotoko, and possibly there will be more options for them. Say Nigeria, Fernando need training also.
Sure.
Of course, in such pitches, when you play all skills kakra, no direct and defenders are. When you minutes, substantial minutes at the manner.
Okay.
With me, a BBO game. So for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, also double chance for Kotoko in that game against Heart of Lions.
That's it. Says Candy no. Ana yetene kan me bala bi ona me ne la bi nso aba be na chese ya wie ne kama ma bibi atimi akoye na mum no but ode Kobi
Apani medase na uhwe games ni mu a you see say almost all of the games ebe baso on Sunday enti Sunday anopaye ba many time na ma call into details when it comes to matches but one or two things be na main first story be me wo interest wo kakran so ntato na yenhwe nka ho asem very important. First of all, Coach Bashiru Hayford say Mobo League na 4 points ene demo a enye, and that 10 points kura demo obitimi catch up overtake the leader eje league no money ye. But first point of correction, between Kwando Heart of Lions and Kumasi Asante Kotoko enye 4 points 5 points, because Kotoko 45
sure
and Lions 40 between Gold Stars and Lions Moon and 4 points, because Gold Stars 44 points and Kwando Heart of Lions 40 points and that third behind Gold Stars or that second.
Fantastic.
And yet 4 points between Lions and the leader. But only maybe a problem no. Coach Bash, one of my favorite coaches, local, league. Very few of the coaches are walasti. Who the team shining sa, no co pre-season ba, no beboboa, who clear difference. Few of the coaches in the Ghana League, or shisheni tima, unse ampa. Basilistic football juma on the field. He's done it with enye club baku anamienu. Pando Heart of Lions those days. Right?
Sure.
Umbe dominated top 4 near the Bashiru Hayford. Had a very good time with them. Me say, Mediama build the foundation to become a competitive side in Ghana football. Untimi nyi sa story no untimi nyi Coach Bashiru Hayford din free mu da or call Mediema no. At a point first season Mediema they were in a position to win the league. Second round and misunderstandings be bar or the management in termina or party ways. From there no na Mediema build on it kopim say buedumu kotwa so eventually last 2 seasons omodebe winning the Ghana Premier League, right? Those days, Mediema winning Confederation Cup, Africa, I mean, I'm saying that foundation, no, Bash was part of that process. No, they build a foundation, no, okay. Even at Ashanti Gold, okay, the time with Ashanti Gold. Sure. As Gold Beji League, or building a very good team. And so mujina field ni so bob bona. Say yes, this is a teamer. Ya building from pre-season. Na omu display brilliant performances on the field. Again, Asante Kotoko, right? Bekwe mu squad no. Look at how or she shares our team no from pre-season eba edibe uremu e ball league e wo Ghana ha e dominate here even in the Confederation Cup. Kotoko displayed a very good performance. So, Enna, see a crowd with Pando Heart of Lions. Last season, no more real.
Yeah.
So he came on board and Nyamiadum Omuka League nim. And this season, a club last season na oninam relegation muni adieno after 24 games, right?
Sure.
With I think 10 more games to go. Omoda third on the league log, and the difference between Oni Asante Kotoko that first no 5 points. Sure. And Bash is a brilliant and a fantastic manager in my view. Me uka se mini local coaches na pass me mikuta team na mini local coach bi Bash wo ha mi sa ne ho da because anya he kra no ubekọ field ne so ubekọ akọ enjoy good football so at ya say but ade ba ko a e wo so hye ne nso ne say momentum na Lions epic ye e pushi wo mo ho abedu baabi a on be top league table no say I drop it and that is where I was checking here. Okay. When it comes to one Kotoko match, they have said say Sunday I'll have time for it, but a revenge in a way for Asante Kotoko. Aside the fact say Kotoko ain't me afforded to lose that game because they want to maintain on position was through. Don't forget say Obuasi. This same Lion side ebe pick 3 points against Kumasi Asante Kotoko Obuasi.
Sure.
And there is something at stake for Kotoko in this very game. So what you say, and you name the history. Daho when it comes to Kotoko and Pando Heart of Lions meetings. And I heard the bash ancient so say, ni team no performance no. Above from Kakra compared to Cruzia ba first part of the season mu baby at the point on be da first on the league table no see I say I drop it Kakra, and that's what he needs to check. Has name the Emma game no. It's good that see Omaba back to Accra Sports Stadium. Mimi nim the entire National Sports Authority. Now omo prevent clubs no from using the Accra Sports Stadium. So I say omo nim say Accra ne boy matches no, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to national team football. But Walasti
sure.
Say ye be Accra Sports Stadium ne to ho. Ni ehwe the way who city na ni be say who say ye team no dey pa na ye wo ehun. The last game my boy against Chad. Unim say ade bechi ame ya bo game no kra no na omugu so ye adwuma wo stadium ho. And you ask yourself say to no omu tu mo map clubs no kwan mo use facility no. Sa period no e de be nsiesie pa no mo ye wo stadium ho. Even the pitch kra no ye bie ne ehwe a ase adwuma da so wo pitch ne ho still. To me I think they should allow the clubs to play. Near make sure say baby to say be a Cape Coast ni other venues na at a pressure ni hono. So what you say? Ye may have been conscious one before the national team matches. Ni yem fam ko yanim. So what you say? But the good say has ababak. Mate say you say Watara ansha ombetimi eja ne kwan.
No na o ka say e wo odi o wati bi no.
Sa na ni huhu ani nam wie mu no. Na me de me kra de mwanwa so o matwen am na beduru sam pempen so we.
Oh.
Yes, Watara wachekra. Wache bebre. Senwa na me kana semu wa ha. So ati ase. Obaye ne left back. Obeto Kosa. Eno msi Kosa na mu agugu ni na mu yemre sese nkoyi ni ade. Na Emmanuel Amankwa wo ho. Omde Ransford Mensa tato. This season wabwa bepim 24 games. Ohu say Ransford Mensah ye number 1 o say Emmanuel Amankwa na ye number 1 o ye nim oba na mpadu ne bo number 2 this season omode Adraman from Go Stars beka ho eno nso waba say na no the last time I call baby ani na ampadu na ebo in the last few games ampadu na ebo so at yase uko mfimfin wa at a point Theophilus Collison Hussein and Salem Adams at a point in the course of the season they became 3 players now no more bopa consistently in the midfield. Okay. Say Salem the Ashasi do baby now on time on. E do no anka se mu no. So I say throughout the season on to me she share ni nuoma enya ne first 11 say these are the guys. Ebia will be pra me do be abeshim. Okay. And the players are at a point no mu bobo ye ni nyina no opening some of them they are losing confidence. See, Aminoka said the last game against Go Stars Ewo Dance Park, Collins na obeye a pillar in the defensive midfield for Hasselhoff after a futumuno. He say crowd we need jidie wo ni mu biem. Akra no performance ni na drop say ya. So at ya say Asamoah Boateng ye nka nasem. Hamza yi say last season oyi ne ho afi you would expect say coach betmia add something to the play ama wako nanim kosi koden koda enti ache omu hia me de ma game we kra no omu de take a decision me I think they will need a far better coach than Ouattara so what you say sure. But game no de sa ask share me de ma tu ne watakwa enti no eni kwa say hasi wo mbetwefo wo bo Accra Sports Stadium. But you see, as I check Mediema form in the last few games. Sure. Now the two has you will fear for Hasselhoff. Adiaba kukro maya minti o masi and say the last game Nations Razak Simpson strike yes. In Ketia Timian Sumi. On Zenketia height on that occasion. The entino mo Benjamin Asari. I was even asking Mintu o masi Jordan Mukra beshi say goes near the omo bobo omo club say Europe. And you know, number 1, wakwa ba obaya straight wo beda. Okay. So what you say? And you know, I mean, on decisions be near there. Okay. And you ombe nintema no maye nintem. So what you say? And yes sir. Say you know, competing for the league na has you free mo anu no. Obi lose na adwuma ho. Oh, na say na adwuma na wo ye no so etiti obi so akoma wo. Obi di na koma e na di has echi. As a house and sha na or you but what you say anti body and yes will be papa lusu na dumani na Manchester for year Pameric Ten Hag woman celebrity say almost celebrity but when there 1 minute na say scandi wa mimi sana there is this letter e be a Sunday ye ba ye betumi asan abeto aso more so there is this letter Efa says Scandi omu zone no na obeka ya I think last week Friday right Friday say we were discussing says Scandi Ashanti Regional Football Association Division 2 League mu zone ni zone say zone 6 and you worried about arrangement via RFA na ye because at that time na Pro Sports Academy right and a Jachi they were competing for the other top zone. Okay. And the difference, I think, was 1 point. 32-31. And RFN arrange yes, Pro Sports. No money a dancing moon. And more Saturday. Now, this Sunday, not Jachi United in Swakobon game. We disagreed with the RFA. But they went ahead with the same plans and Amibwa.
Move games to the same Saturday. No?
But still, anyway,
Pro Sports ebony game no
and sana Jachi but Pro Sports boy no we share we na say Jachi no we share 10 tukra and make any difference na Jachi for natural letter okay almost say club be pulled out of the league Mansuman United na the RFA na ye say all my deducted points but you tie me yipa se wa wo ne boy ye bia no se wo share mansumanfo na RFA nate enya sa na gyachefoɔ no se daabi ɔmo nti aseɛ na ɔmo cite 2 cases Far Rangers versus GFA ɛna Nsuatreman FC versus GFA enti no ɔmo feel sɛ instead of point deductions ɛwɔ sɛ RFA ni mu make sure say club ni no as at the time of pulling out wa no ne wo mo ye bia no e was say the 3 points 3 goals e kan ho na they believe say when it happens that way ombenya 3 points 3 goals e be ka omo ho a ombenya qualification to the middle league.
Oh, okay.
And this is the letter omo di aba
Sunday say hwemu ye.
Yes, it was a pet time.
Sure.
Me mo de me hu letter no me first asem bisa me ho ne say Premier League Regulations 2019 na ye de bo ye league ni sesial.
Is it different from
Article 5 ni state say se league ni nya start na club bi puli out team bi e was so ni bo bia after that time now we pull out no was say about 3 points 3 goals no. Is it the same regulation? Ena Division 2 no amade bwana because competition bia any e home ra de bo. But because Scandi e wo honti maybe obetimi aboaye. Menya privy to the regulation any practices.
Also aboaye.
Okay. This is Scandi.
Okay, this is how it is. RFA special regulations for the league.
Okay.
Special regulations. But Osha footnote on the twice how much I say adie bia in the league no any or more regulation on my there were Premier League no will apply.
Oh, okay. That's a Premier League regulations on the any hano.
The any special one on my for league no.
Sure.
The Premier League the any member apply. Meaning so what I say.
Matias.
Good. This is the RF with the
into nature said there's a special regulation for the Division 2.
Fantastic.
But baby omumra no the emphasis baby omumra no is silent.
Aha,
you be kwa for Premier League mra no the ababe apply.
On say RF no independent of the GFA when it comes to league organization. Because RF no so GFA organizing Division 2.
Okay.
Now per this same article no muko to and I say what they are praying for.
Yes.
Man so my ball 3 games e will league no. The third game no kra no about 2 games when win the second game no.
Okay.
The first game was against Pro Sports. We win game no by go to nil.
Almost share Pro Sports. Oh, okay.
Almost started second game no, what is the following week no. Omo anwi and pull out of the league. From week 3 they decided not to play.
Sure.
Now RFA no it decided say first 2 games no my involve no on be nullify games no mum near to a league no so patchouti ni near to a league no so in the case of the Ghana Football Association in Swatema case and what they have done is say in the wisdom of the law no say team be pull out
from the league.
Time I started league now.
Sure.
Wow, any more you be and about 3. We drew about 3 points, 3
goals.
But there is some level of hidden provision in the wisdom of the law. And you say all the lawyers are there, they will tell you. And Nuntina in Swatema, on say team Biano, and you're likely to be team. No sense who a good team, no, or football. Elsewhere, I'll retreat. A league no mumra any good teams.
Sure.
And you'll be on a turn or say Magumi team. Maybe a league number and the begu team now because you are not meeting the requirements.
Yes.
Even in Europe, when a drew baby as a team Yaguna, nay Sikasama, the association decided on Mumbe bail out, blame or better points. So, person administration, you better points, mum. Near Mosca. Say Giscano never to a place neka because players in the young penny on your mocha managers young penny on your cap. By a cromandie. Why anytime will be person with their league in the one I say Sebi Ugunitim.
Okay.
Yana near regulation no association number and mum Ugunitim. By some level of decisions will be taken and most times yana based on how club has been treated.
Okay.
If the club your person will pull out of league Diano. yana there are consultations if you no try say on be more back it down on omo decision
all right
enu nti no ubusam a yana what do let na ba so person J League no ba if you no cost engage you to what they do is that 3 games after we declare so omo biem no omo fan set that period no omo guso no workasa so opponent no be no they tell the opponent to appear
okay
cause one appear not the ono so J League no bono ekwa appear or ha obeje points in the field.
Fantastic.
In the case of Nsuateman I think the next opponent was Bekum Chelsea Momokoi and Heart of Lions and so called
Baseke Holy Stars.
Baseke Holy Stars.
Lions they one call.
Okay. Until 3 games they allow you to appear. From there no one jet to any league and man. So the next opponent happy beam. Number 2. What they do is that they say, oh, here's a league table. No, in so at a mind, I bought time on the boy. No,
yeah.
By Eugene, official league table from the
last game on boy was against Samatex. Samatex dance pack.
Yes, the Muko boy. Yeah. One game.
Yeah, I'm baby boy.
Oh, here official league table from the Football Association now. In so at a mile 24 games, which means that every weekend they count to some game. No,
okay.
In the case of the RFA. The final league standings in the group zone here can wasem no. Instead of 9 teams about to pull out into automatically about 7 away games, 7 home games.
Okay.
The final league standings official from the RFA issue 14 games. Which means Omojitum said the other club no was taken out of the group. Since here in Suatremai, and that's league table so about 24 games.
Sure.
So we can be a kind count.
Yes.
And the weekend be ano say our team now on the bebono. Yeah, or done the points now. Yeah, just league standings based on 3.3 goals in their opponent. No?
Sure.
Nothing of that sort was done throughout the season.
When it comes to
Division 2 no? Zone 6. And then there's a precedent. Last season, there's a team I found Telba FC. Omo
Westco here.
Yes, Westco. Almost all withdraw from the league. The same scenario here discussing. Okay. Say after 2 games now more withdraw. Those points were docked yet free. Sa zone. And your league standings and your league no twice so our final day no. League standings in issue Kofi Wahide sorry meant man farmer Eugene Tem. Ebe we see in that time. But this is the team.
Sure. Okay.
So I'm on the first game we are mobium. How many teams here? 8. It is supposed to be 16.
Yes.
Into about 7 away, 7 home. Now 14. There's a final league standings. How many teams are there? How many games are there?
12.
So one was taken away.
And
there's a precedent in the same RFE.
Oh. Okay.
That shows that is what was done. And me say, every weekend be an updated league table no man obian and 3 points.
Yeah.
From match day 2 now, man so my decided say no. Nobody. And I award points to clubs now. And from there, so from that moment, no team and RFA no are appointed officiating officials for any gamer. No involved. Say, Ebia Kofi na neighbor. Go to the venue after 30 minutes. We'll show offer. Near declaring losers near queer. So that is the issue.
I think say yes. I think say judge for no argument. And say RFA no apply Premier League rules ni bi waha. But the red flag ni say RFA no ewo internally or more arrangement for such cases, which Bakuna says can be aside. Into was at the Premier League level, GF no running league no a regulation or the bonus say obi free man. Ye entity points ne mum the only ne mo ye bia no edu wa ne the 3.3 goals account. I had the RFA in practice for the Division 2 is that obi free man ye betete ni ye na free. Enti I think the matter is clear.
Clear.
Maybe in future.
Jack they say Dr. Tiago Becker management one.
Sir.
Me busa. Say no.
But obisa me ho asem I think 2 days ago. It would a Monday we look at whether it makes sense. Say in future adopt Premier League regulations no
fantastic
when it comes to such cases and now say because you see competition be our home right
okay.
And as it stands now it is not as if based on the information as a candidate mind RFA any plans be for such cases.
All right.
Be a muko congress next time ya amendment they can judge for bit me propose
sure
sa we no na nyese ya bo league na we no went me am qualify no now pay qualification na ko frese yen ko when ABS pay last season no wa anko ka say mumient points na yemfa Premier League de enye so ho anti Sunday ye bibie mo
me da say labi nti yenhwe na birthdays kakra wa ha yenwie na yemfa course kakra na yenku anim mame ni Eugene ye sa exercise we say happy birthday to Osofo Kwache of New Apostolic Church at Atwema Fuanse nti Osofo Kwache na ono nso eda wo screen so no Osofo a happy birthday and confirm nipa crowd de buy ne de ne din kan wo nemom no Sofo Kwache wo New Apostolic Church e wa Atwemafo ase Sofo ye ma wa happy birthday nyankopon hira wo pa. Second one say happy birthday to Kendrick aka Ojugu anase Odogu okay happy birthday to Kendrick aka Odogu yes inti Kendrick enso ene da so no African we na kama pa sa material we na efe o de pam sheta nti Odogu ana achichidi achi ana Odogu nso dia pam ne de kama o da so nti Odogu Kendrick yan wish you a happy birthday na nyankopon so inshira we say happy birthday to OK phone dealer at OK phones and accessories or new word be say from say Cabis and a different new word be say Eddie Abaninti OK phones okay and I won't say well born any pre was Facebook no so sa born any pre we ka say car branch yakobe be no my indicator nti okay yan wish you a happy birthday if you want kasa unua say Cabis awo de tie say London Ramford yes say Cabis ano ana abomoden anyway no enso etimidia ba. Fourth one no was say happy birthday to my friend Andrews from Yeboa enti Andrews enso ene da so no yes Andrews wan kasa wunua Yeboa anase wadamfo yonko pa Yeboa na say yen we show a happy birthday nyankopon hira na bibia nso no entimi enkoso emfama. The next one say happy birthday to Enoch Anane from Crespo or the Frifufu ene diaba enti Anane enso ne da so no yes +1 today enti no de tie ne say yenua Anane Enoch ena ono so eda so no wankasa uchuchumucho Crespo ene di Frifufu ediaba say o say
I'm say Anane ofri show you so da bia
ya ono a Crespo
o Arsenal supporter
o Crespo Anane wo ho
kunsu ko ju
Debi we ni ye men kan say Anane ewo fufu Enoch Anane ana chese ediaba Crespo ene di Frifufu di ba enti yes yenua Crespo we she Anane a happy birthday. Last one they say my name is Evans Akule aka Neema. Today is my birthday enti yes unua Akule ne da so no enti yenua a happy birthday nkoma pa yenyina ya wish you a happy birthday nyankopon hira na bibia nso ntimi nkoyi kamanti yegyina we so no na afi ya phone lines no de tie ne say oba na bibia timi akoso happy birthday to Francis Konadu yes chairman da so no say swag no was ro pa o
fantastic
say when you London burgers no first na but etia popa say nana mensa na ana okay
Francis ne wa address it
yes
ka so address
sure
fantastic
sa top no egu no de akwakoye te say
coffee
no kama pa anu machina me sheda bi obewa amona ni won
na say we dey here UK say me one na see abusiana
osene pa oseno enti yenua Francis konadu yenua ya wish you a happy birthday nyankopon hyira wo na ma wo kwatenten ma bibia nso ntimi koe numbers no 0505 nana men say di birthday ne sani anka ya kamo nana men say hyira
ofufu na anka kam
nana men say hyira enne ya yeni wish nana men say a happy birthday and I said fufu no kan kwan hyehyehye no de aguso amanana ne wansa no we du
yes you can see a pa
yes ya wish nana men say a happy
oh ni papa
oh you good man
oh ni papa
oh you good man
ya dana
good man next time be abeko yen kodi fufu be abeji mu ni bi adi because nana men say share fried rice no
and so she base oh correct pa
yes Demonza there send one or the king face now nana men share fried rice no and
so
and Demonza there you know
ma mentia Alex
okay
RFA
oh sure
sorry NSC
stadium Alex o mi so message me nka ya from any so na Cosmos mo so Paradise Gas
sure
yen che o mo nyina enti yes that's a picky wage now so na yembo numbers na 0505 225578 0505 225578 and 0505 224944 yes obetimi aba na yen wedi nkomo yem picky obi wa ha hello yes sir, good evening.
Pacho, me did offer look, because actually a beer bin.
Offer look, yet you.
I like to Yamishra of Nawishira and any enemy in our mind.
Amen.
And then the Langa and the Amari for Kutukuna Moriana.
Oh, Brantanshi Ataso.
That's right. That's right. But Pacho, not La vie can't send this. Two stadium ne say national team ye bobo inti CC stadium na eduma be na ya na ye mene ne ya ge fa ye ne chat e boy no wala ni ti assembly na minim say confirm dia se bench na yes ne tnaso no ibi tu baba ya la de ana e di call o ni dan e mo mo ko bobo no iwi ne nsa de bae Walamba cho no kweka
na and tesi pa tesi omo ye we happen
na adintra
ni nkai o
na be na ye no Ghana ha
na scoreboard no ko mbetu hu bibi ko
scoreboard ni bench ye ntumi 15 stadium bi na di video di ko se da bi ni akobobo a ye na serious be na ye o my Ghana na wala mo ye na football ye nyane sa muni na me meju
yara se onso ba yen fofoforo wa ha na yanku enim hello
ya nyame kam mo ye juma kama fa
yara se
kano me ada too much the me daddy do mensa it's Africa
okay
ali gini de ba hu ko protocol I got protocol players me support team na ko bi aka na kuma su aje my body come.
I say seven so by and for hello.
Hello,
yes, sir, boss.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Mo boy Juma.
Yeah, that's
no pong.
Me
chance Scandinavia biana kaka me kan se nyame aduma kotoko next match e ko ho no de se pandu no de ya mo coach ogu mo na se obe chamran ke ne diama yetinya fa 3 points ni na ehia pa.
Oh, okay.
Ya no Ethiopia
se Scandi ate wate won chia ne pa yen fofoforo wa ha na afi yen hwe ne nku yen hello okay enti ya behwe yen fo bi wa ha hello yes sir oh okay
the mechanic yeko kwanduni onko ye ana mede engineer de statina dabwa afi bidu kina afi yote baba ya mubem odi de dia baba ya mubem a hu the game no asesa enji se ekona se ohena se tanko fona no bitimi aboma ye de tie wini match na onko mu start match na mai ko tina wa nya matama ko bia na yenti na umfa let's name was we move plan e do mapem de bi no ko so ye menye o so sano for them once we enter in cows. What plan as a day to see good year in pan. That's
no so me da se pa yen fa last one afi yen fa jumade ni nyina mfansi. Hello. All right. Now say yen fancy. The atiene say mote say scandi say obibi o.
Mr. Mami nchia pani pa.
Oh, okay.
In the last bay to is wabwa me pa. Me pa di bi ashe baby and wabwa me oko di upon enterprise. Yes. Yes. Di upon ewo yi ya club 600.
Oh, okay.
I'm said abe kuruma ade open afford ho wanya bi wono hono. Na say wunya bi okuruma baby a. Director abwa me pa.
Okay.
To mami cha director na nkasa di upon. Na ne ba kwabna. Kwabna so ye fine gentleman no kona nimu te se do besi a wo kame on watena se di nkomo ansa na de wo hwehwe waboa ma nsa aka no ti di upon director na nkasa ene kwabna na mihiramu ade no eso matam bi fra kra de abra
ebeba
da o masepa nya mihiramu
nyina
onko so ntre o mahiem sa amfa mom me gidi se de o mo hwehwe bia nyame ebe mom nsa aka
sure
but me kwede ma me fa we nyom kwa Eugene Pacho asem na kofi busa me na fa efi table na me ma onu mum etwa to fa no ma me o mama screenshot bi from Ghana Football Association eni on say so be you no kwa free ase na obetwa akosoro nso atremind that form pa
sure say
so atremind that form pa say Eugene Babo matches played the last club or benefited from Sadia no Accra Lions last weekend nominate Accra Lions Accra Lions so 24 games pepe Neza. Eugene for last one for media no chat one yanko. Zone 6 any
division 2.
We are there RF na ankasa post 2. After see a ball matches ni nyina awie o zone no.
Yeah.
So matches in the go no. And as a league table na down.
Yeah.
14 games. Say per this structure no. Senka Pro Sports about 15.
Okay.
Na Jachi about 14. Because Jachi ne Mansomaya Amans and Wolfrim. But we official league table from the RFE. Just say Mansomaya no any table no so
sure.
In the case of Insatemamu table
also.
Omu free league no. From match week 3 near started see ebona. Until near affair ye league tif you know. Any ever kwa be fletch that be with say ye league na there to say an final league table na RFE na post no. Etie.
When I say Scandi no na motie ne nka na motie Kofila abi nso nka na na say sikapa the executive producer sanso na Mr. Osei Akoto Isaac wanko kanu head of sports ono so bo modern hwema bibia nso timi koye kama earlier ono awa na start ye ma menso meba begie na mu bibi ba ma awa na ese entem so a wokona afi no wokokọ hwe ne ma ma bibia nso timi koye Eugene Maradona de ko Facebook ana Dominic Usuansa wa last year me koyi mamenchia Master Jobo ba Richmond one Kwame Yiya ana Master Jobo na ankasa ne yemfa ne nyina nsi na afi no yensori so Nyankopon bo Sunday mobati enka e Total Sports no so na afi dia akamu bia no yaba ne yaba be Total Sports no nyina e dia mamu yesi ya chia obia Nyankopon